It's Ronaldo getting back with a pre-match prediction. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. I think we bounce back after the Middlesbrough loss. I think all the chances that we missed balances out, so I think we're going to actually put some away tonight. And I think it's going to be a 3-1 win. I was going to edge towards a 3-0, but I never really trust us to keep a clean sheet. So 3-1 win, and hopefully race to top 4. Gets a little bit more comfortable from here on out. We need to start stringing some good results together.
Narlene here to give a prediction as United take on Burnley away, and there's no excuses again. Burnley are at the bottom of the table. They're probably going to get relegated. But how many times have we seen these kind of teams come up against us and get their mojo back? Like, we can't let that happen. And pretty deflating loss against Middlesbrough, obviously, but a positive to take away was Champions League Varane. I mean, winning all his drills in the first half. He wasn't really challenged, but he's exactly what we want from him, and I can't wait to see him play again. Edinson Cavani, I want him to step in for Ronaldo in this game. And just something I wanted to mention was that we probably will see Burnley make it pretty physical and scrappy, so it would be good for us to actually capitalise on a set-piece opportunity like, I don't know, scoring from a corner, but it hasn't happened in a year in the Premier League, so I wouldn't expect any changes there. But in terms of the prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for United.
Luke here for Stretford Paddock ahead of our trip to Turf Moor, and this is one again I can see being a lot more difficult in practice than it looks on paper. Things are getting pretty desperate now, I think, for Burnley. Bottom of the table, a lot of the teams around them starting to pick up points. I think this is around the time they're really going to kick into gear. They've also got a new striker who's got scores first goal against United written all over him. Having said that, I am tipping us for the 2-1 win with some pretty desperate defending in the last 10-15 minutes.
Hello everyone, I'm Solo from the Man United Agenda, and yes, I am here giving you my score prediction for Burnley versus Manchester United. I will be going for a 2-1 Manchester United win. Man United have faced Burnley on 43 occasions away from home and only have won 17 of those 43 games. Burnley goes into this game bottom of the league and only have won one game against Brentford 3-1. Man United last meeting with Burnley was actually a 3-1 victory at Old Trafford, very recent. Burnley also are undefeated in their last 2 games, drawing against Watford and Arsenal. Sean Dyche sets his team up in a very low block. It's very difficult to break them down. I think today we've got to utilise a bit more Jadon Sancho. If Rashford starts as well, they need to sort of get behind those defenders. Ben Mee as well, very solid centre-back as well. We got to all make sure Ronaldo can bypass him and get in behind him also. It's going to be a very tough, very difficult game at Turf Moor today, but I am expecting us to get a 2-1 victory. Come on, United.
Paddock Ultras Spanner here from the United Forever podcast. This is my score prediction versus Burnley, the Clarets at Turf Moor. I reckon we should win this 2-0. Come on, lads. Ron, you've got a point to prove. But at the end of the day, if you're on a downer, then let's give wildcard hotshot Damani Mala a chance. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Fairy tale story. Anyway, come on, bit of optimism, so let's have it, boys. Viva El Paddock!
Ross Murphy and my Paddock matchday prediction is Manchester United host Burnley at Turf Moor. We come into this after being knocked out by Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, which was still very hard to take. It's all now on Manchester United trying to get into that top 4, and whatever happens in the Champions League, we'll have to wait and see. But we're up against the Burnley side who struggle with goals. They've had so many 0-0s. They've lost their top striker, Chris Wood, but they've still got this Wout Weghorst, who is a tall striker, so they'll obviously be trying to get balls into him. It's all about how Manchester United can deal with that. This is a must-win game to hopefully have a gap on top 4. My score prediction for the game, I'm going to go 2-0 Manchester United. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock. And as always, come on United.
Back again for another prediction against Burnley. And Burnley are getting crap. So I'm doing 3-1 Australian United. Up the way and up the Paddock.
James here for Stretford Paddock, and United are playing Burnley tonight in the Premier League, and I can't be asked, to be honest with you. I don't really think any other people can, because it's just boring whenever United play Burnley. It's going to be one of them, really, isn't it? I hope United win. I think they'll probably make hard work of it, like they did against Middlesbrough, and a lot of the other teams they've played under Rangnick. So I'm going to say 2-0 to United. But I mean, it's been like this before, when United thought they were going to get a result against Burnley, and they managed to fuck it up quite big under Solskjaer. So I'm not going to say that United are going to win comfortably, because we've been in this position before. So I think they'll scrape a win, but Burnley are bottom of the league. They're not that good, but having said that, like I was saying before, they have taken points off United when they were in a similar position. So I think it's going to be a pretty tight game. I don't really think it'll be one for the neutral, but I think United should probably just have enough to see themselves to get the 3 points.
Paddock match day? Not here. So we travel to the bottom club at that there Burnley, in what could be described as a bit of an anomaly. That United are actually somebody's bogey team. They've lost 5 straight league games to us without even scoring a goal. What could possibly go wrong tonight? It's going to happen, isn't it? Well, let's make sure it doesn't. Be up for it, be physical, and actually take our chances. I think we're going to sneak it 1-0. De Gea to have another of his worldies, and no controversial equalisers. Trust the Notchster. Yeah, that won't jinx it at all. Like, at all.
JF Stretford, Paddock, this is the Burnley Watchalong live, obviously. Joining me are 2 absolute titans from the Manchester United fan base. First of all, I don't know what you're laughing at, you are.
You always
big
say
in the
that.
game.
Yeah.
Face facts, yeah. Joe Smith, how are we doing?
Yeah, good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. I'm good. Are me and you going to start doing the preview after the press conference is the question I keep getting asked.
We need to start doing it, don't we?
We do, don't we? Yeah. I think we will do. And also, Mr. James Young, how are we doing, Young Day?
Good to see you, not been in here in a while.
I know, yeah, what's going on? You're like buses, you, aren't you? Not done a video with you for weeks, and then I do 2 in 2 days. Just elucidate me, what's this?
It's a Nepal polo shirt that I got from Classic Football Shirts for £5.
You know when, and I shouldn't do it, I was on Nepalese, like, social channel the other day. Shout out to them.
No, say it properly.
What do you mean Nepalese
The Manchester
social
United
channel?
Supporters Club in Nepal, I think you'll find it.
Yeah,
It's
the
not
Manchester
just
United supporters.
Nepalese social channel.
I forgot as I started saying that sentence what the name was, but thank you for getting me out of that. Big up them as well. Thank you for that.
You've really sold it to people in Nepal if they want to join.
Listen, we're massively appreciative of our Nepalese fan base. Nice. But whenever I think of Nepal, I always think, have you ever seen the Golden Child when he starts singing Viva Nepal in the airport? No, it's a bit before your time. And you're useless as well. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Get involved in the comments and the chat. We're waiting. The team news is imminent, I presume. Yeah. It should be out in about 3 minutes. What are you expecting, Youngie? Quickly, tell us who do you think is going to be in?
I think it's going to be an interesting one because obviously on the weekend there were players that I don't think played as well as they probably could have done. I don't think Henderson's going to play again. I think De Gea is probably definitely going to come back into the team.
What, didn't think he was very good?
No, I thought it was okay. I just don't think
we didn't have anything to do
apart from the penalties.
Well, yeah, but that's not. You don't drop someone for a penalty shootout.
Well, no, but I don't think it helps him in terms of if he's fighting for that place to be the first choice goalkeeper. That was a good opportunity to show. I think he was better.
Yeah, but it's not like he's up against like Tim Krul, is it? David De Gea is shitter than him.
I understand that, but I'm just saying I think it was a missed opportunity for him.
Maybe.
But I think it might have been a missed opportunity through no fault of his own. I think he probably needed something more to do.
But if he'd have saved 4 of those 5 penalties, or however it would have worked for us to win, I don't think that would have.
I think the ironic thing with the penalties was, and I've been guilty of this, we were all sort of convinced that if he'd started against Villarreal, it would have been completely different. And I'm not saying it wouldn't have been, but that didn't exactly prove anything, did it?
No.
It didn't prove anything.
But the other thing is, they were all good penalties that Burnley took except one. They were top corners and like side nettings. There weren't any shit penalties in there.
There was that one where he got a touch to it. And
yeah, that's the one I mean. Other than the one that went under his body, they were pretty good. You know, it wasn't like they were shit penalties.
So, all right, let's move on from the goalkeeper anyway, other than the fact that David De Gea is going to start.
Are you frantically looking for the team news before it's out? Is that what's happening?
I'm just seeing if any of the usual suspects have posted anything. Go on.
I just wondered what was going on. Cam says he's got it, so if you could give it to us somehow so we can see it, that'd be good.
Yeah, so the team news is out, so we're going to have that in a minute. I mean, the usual suspects, I presume, are going to be there. When I say the usual suspects, I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo.
No Ronaldo, apparently.
No Ronaldo.
Can we copy and paste it and get it on the screen? Or just put it onto that telly?
Or so we can show us the slideshow of the...
Okay, so we're not allowed it until we've got the graphic.
Right,
there we go.
Sorry, thank you, finally. So you got Cavani, Rashford is out. I can't see.
Sancho.
Rashford, Sancho as your front three. So no Ronaldo. I presume he's on the bench. I will get the full team in a minute. Bruno, Pogba, McTominay, Luke Shaw, Maguire, Varane, and Dalot. And as you just said there, Young. There's David De Gea in goal. So no Cristiano Ronaldo is the big talking point now, isn't it? Everyone's expecting him to start. Everyone's sort of saying, we were talking about on the preview. Should he be dropped? Is it time to give him a rest? Can you afford to rest him? Is that going to cause a problem for Ralf Rangnick? What do you make of that 11?
I just think it's fine. It's good. Like he's 37. When do you expect 37-year-olds to play every game anyway? Just because it's Ronaldo and he's Mardy doesn't mean that you should play him every single week. Physically, he's probably not ready for it or up to it. And I don't think form-wise he's up to it either. It shouldn't be this huge thing when a striker that's not scoring any goals gets dropped for a game. Not even like this isn't like the 5th game in a row he's been dropped. This is the first time he's been dropped in ages. Like I don't worry about it at all. I don't think it means that Ronaldo's shit or that he's past it or that he's never going to play for United again. And I don't see why there's all this uproar about it. And if he wants to be annoyed, fair enough. You're going to be a bit annoyed you're not playing. But it shouldn't be some big story just because a player isn't playing, especially when they're not scoring.
I'm sure that's how Rangnick describes him, Mardy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's being a Mardy arse. He is though. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think Ronaldo should.
I'm not saying he is tonight, but when he got subbed off the other week.
I mean, you shouldn't behave like that in the first place, especially when United are winning. It just doesn't help anyone, especially when United need to move forward. And the thing under Solskjaer was United were trying to move away from the players like Ronaldo, and obviously he had to come back. I'm not saying United shouldn't have signed him, but he can't be this person that it was okay for him to be like 10 years ago when he was scoring 30, 40 goals a season and he had that role similar to sort of Cantona where he was allowed to do these odd things here and there because you knew he was going to win you stuff. But when he's not playing as well as he was before and he's costing you, and I just don't think you are allowed to get away with quite as much, and he shouldn't be able to because of who he is.
And also, he's not winning us trophies. No. Like, I'm not saying he should be able to or this team's good enough to.
No, but there's more of an excuse. Like, say 2008, for example, you were allowed to build a team around him and he was able to get away with a bit more because United won the Champions League that season, exactly. So it didn't matter. But when United are fighting for a spot in the top 4 and they're out of pretty much every competition this season, it's not quite the same.
Yeah. Just in terms of the bench, we've got Dean Henderson, Phil Jones, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Nemanja Matic, Anthony Elanga and Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. So it's a relatively strong bench, isn't it?
What do you think to him being dropped?
I'm surprised, but I'm not disappointed. I like Cavani. I think he's done well when he has played this season. Probably haven't seen enough of him. That's the only sort of gripe I've got with him. I probably would have started Elanga over Rashford. Just a part of me thinking because of the penalty situation. Also, I still feel like Rashford's finding his feet a little bit.
I think Elanga's been playing
back into his form. Sancho's a no-brainer. I thought he played probably his best game the other night, and I think you've got to keep that going. Go on,
I actually think Elanga's been playing better than Rashford has over the past few games, especially the pace that he has when he's come on and he's been able to make the difference. I think he reminds me of Rashford almost. You know when young players come into the team and they have that sort of patch of the first 5 or 6 games, and they're playing really well. That's what I think Elanga's in at the minute. So it's like I know he's probably a better prospect, but do you remember when Brandon Williams came in and he had that really good spell of games, the first sort of 5 or 6 games when they're still hungry for it? I think you should make the most of that.
You see a lot of players with that, don't you? Like Paddock had a bit of that. Borthwick Jackson had a bit of that where they come in. Tyler Blackett had the same thing. Where Januzaj, like a lot of players come in. First few games, you think, "Fucking hell, who's this?" And then you don't always.
Maybe
that doesn't always
there's something as well to be said of just using him properly and not. So I get the idea, where he's playing well, riding that crest of a wave. But he's only 19 years old. He has played a lot of football recently, so I can understand the argument of okay. And we have got a lot of games coming up, so maybe Ralf Rangnick's looking at going. Point I can just sort of, I can. Bringing him for certain games, rest him. He doesn't need to be playing week in, week out.
And at some point, we need to get Marcus Rashford back to his best. And I don't, I don't see him train. I don't know if there's been a change or if Rangnick's seen something different. But the aim here is get Marcus Rashford to his best. Not, and this is no disrespect to Anthony Elanga, but based on what we've seen of both of them, if there's one of them you want to hit their potential, it's Marcus. So that has to be the goal. What is best for Marcus Rashford to get back to the player he was before, whilst bringing Elanga in?
What did you make of the Rashford tweet that he did about Elanga? Because I know a couple of people were sort of criticising it.
I didn't even see it.
Why are we criticising Marcus Rashford and not David De Gea for doing the exact same thing?
What happened?
Why not? Why are we not criticising the club or any of the other players?
Or
that tweet
United's
Andy
Twitter
Langer?
account, which is far worse.
Yeah. And Marcus Rashford just went head up, bro, whatever. Now, this is Marcus Rashford, who himself got racially abused after he missed a penalty about 3 months ago. So maybe he knows what the kid's going through. People going, well, he's in the same dressing room, so why's he got to tweet it? I don't have a problem with Marcus Rashford tweeting one of his teammates a public show of support after he's just been racially abused. I think some people just want to hate on everything Marcus Rashford does, even though other teammates have done exactly the same thing, and no one cared. I've not seen anyone mocking David De Gea for doing exactly the same thing and saying to David De Gea, well, you're sat in the change rooms with, well, he wasn't because he wasn't in the team, but why didn't you go speak to him? Why didn't you text him? These are the sort of things that people just seem to get on Marcus for no reason. I'm not a big fan of the Twitter apologies. I'm not a big fan of the Twitter statements, but someone who's been through exactly what Anthony Langer's been through, tweeting a bit of support isn't the same as we go again, our chins up, this hurts as much as anyone. It's different, so I don't have an issue with it.
It was a pretty simple, it was literally Anthony Langer, get that head up of yours, or something like that.
I think that was
like,
it,
I don't know, I think it's a bit of a non-story. It's like people are calling him Marcus PR Ashford and stuff like that, and it's like...
It's a nice little pun.
It is, but...
But yeah, who gives a shit?
No, it's like... It's a bit tedious, is that the narrative now? Marcus
mate
Rashford
sends
did a tweet.
public support to mate.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Oh, just keep your head up, mate. Yeah, he wants the public to know that he's defending and looking after his teammate and friend. Oh, big problem. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Just because most people don't have anyone being nice to them in their life, no one's allowed to be nice to anyone.
I don't really get there's certain things that, I understand why people get angry about. I get annoyed when we lose and I see the club saying, or players saying, this hurts us as much as you. I think it doesn't.
I
we
prefer
go
when
we go
a team
again.
loses and then that someone tweets, get in, like Joe Hart did.
And it's like, and then we get...
Or who was it that tweeted a picture of a car when they lost and said it was a mistake? Was it Julian Lescott?
I don't know.
The best one was, it was a kid, one of the Victor Anichibu, when he's like, can you tweet? And he put the can you tweet bit in. It's like, whoa.
They're my favourite tweets.
Yeah. Jason McMillan says, guess what? Donny van de Beek on the bench. Jacob O.C. says, make most people miss penalties. Chris says, how can Rashford say head up when he literally walks around staring at the floor because his confidence is so low? I don't think he literally does, to be fair. I think he must, and I think he can tweet head up to one of his teammates.
And also,
he's been getting a bit of stick, to be honest. It's not... I don't think it's that deep, man. I just don't get it.
Even if Marcus Rashford did walk around with his head looking down, which he doesn't, even if he did that, you're still allowed to tweet some support to your mate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one, man. I just feel like
just looking at a tweet that Julian Lescott did. It's just a big picture of a.
Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about the team. Marinda Cabra says, why Ronaldo on the bench? Yeah, Joe, why Ronaldo on the bench?
Because he's been shit, and that's fine. Players are allowed to not be put... I know we have these standards for Cristiano Ronaldo that he's set. He's one of the best ever, maybe the best ever. I think if you could put one player in any team in the world and they would improve it the most in history, it would be Ronaldo.
It's the same thing,
he's
right?
still been shit.
I know.
And he's not playing well, and he's not scoring. So give someone else a chance. We've got Cavani, who's got 350 career goals. He's worth a chance when Ronaldo's not playing well. That's fine.
Just before we get into that, I just want to go through the Burnley team if anyone cares.
Go on. Okay.
We've got Pope in goal. I'm just going to read them in the list I've got, right? Because once I get to certain players,
can you do it in the style of Alan Keegan?
No. I've got Pope, Roberts, Tarkovsky. No. Me, Peters, McNeil, Brownhill, Westwood, Cornet, Weghorst, Rodriguez, and then on the bench you've got Hennessy, Loughton, Bardsley, Salford's finest, Long, Collins, Stevens, Cork, Lennon, and Barnes. So, I mean, it's up Burnley, isn't it?
It's very Burnley, isn't it?
Other than Weghorst.
Their team hasn't changed in like 3 years, has it, really?
No.
Not really.
Just,
Cornet and Weghorst are the two.
Yeah, sorry, Cornet as well. He's the left back who's
very
to get forward.
Yeah, I got him from somewhere in France, I don't remember where. But he's from a French team, I think, last season. Good player.
They're struggling now, aren't they, Burnley?
Yeah, they are.
Massively.
So give me in it. I mean, they're bottom of the league.
Have you just said that really out loud? Interesting.
Well,
because I was sat here last year when Manchester United played Sheffield United. They were bottom of the league. They had, I think at the time, 9 points after about 24 games. And we lost 2-1 to them, and it was one of the worst days of my life.
Our record, not to jinx it even further, but our record at Turf Moor is very good. I think we've won last 5 or something there, or 4 last 5.
The game that springs to mind is the one where Rashford got sent off for getting that in that sort of scrap with Bardsley. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
In the pink shirt.
I think it's our home record against Burnley is pretty poor. I think we've won 1 in 4, and it's away is very good. So maybe that's going to come into play. I don't know. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about the Burnley team, what you think about the Manchester United team. How confident are you? Are you worried? Do you think this could be a bit tricky because Burnley are so desperate? Could they sort of shut up shop and could it be a bit of a long game? What are you thinking? How do you feel about no Cristiano Ronaldo?
I think that's a great team. That on paper, that's a really good team. I don't know if Pogba. I don't know if the balance between Pogba, Bruno, and McTominay is quite there.
Yeah,
but look at that. Like, if Shaw and Maguire are on form, you've got a really top team there. That's a really good team. Like, we should be winning this game. There's loads of good players there. Varane's amazing.
Yeah.
De Gea's so good this season.
Yeah.
Maguire can be good. Luke Shaw can be good. That midfield.
Dallow's improved a lot.
Dallow's improved a lot as well. McTominay, again, seems to be improving under Rangnick. Bruno, almost back to his best. Pogba, who knows what you're going to get, but could be brilliant. And that front three, if you get this team playing right, that's a phenomenal team, that. And that's with no Cristiano Ronaldo and no Martial either.
No, I agree on paper. That is a very good team. The problem is, this season, we've seen so many players, and I'm not trying to be negative, but this is why we're fourth instead of challenging for the title. You just haven't turned up to the levels we have. Shaw and Maguire being the obvious candidates. I know they've been better recently, but there's been games this season where they've both been woeful. So if those players play not even at 100%, just as almost as good as he can, we should steamroll Burnley. It just worries me because we've had so many games this season where I've looked at it on paper and gone, we're far better than Aston Villa.
Piece of piss.
Of course we're going to beat them. We're far better than Watford. Are you mad? Watford will absolutely turn them over. This is going to be 4-1.
Leicester's having a tough season.
Yeah, we'll batter them.
Everton are going through a bit so well.
It's not turned out that way.
Do you remember Burnley's first season when they got back in the Premier League? And did they beat Liverpool?
Probably.
Because I remember they took the lead against, I think, away against United and they came back. It was like they were like 1 or 2-0 up.
There's one where we lost when Paddock missed the penalty. Do you remember that one?
Against Burnley?
Yeah.
No, I remember
I think it was. I can't, do you know what?
My first United game was against Burnley. In the first season, they got promoted to the Premier League. And I'm not Al Haj.
Yeah, that was them. It was the first. It was the first game.
Yeah.
Against United after they got back to the Premier League.
What year was this?
They won 1-0. So they beat us 1-0. Because all I remember that game was Michael Carrick.
They've been in the Premier League for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, but they came up in 09-10 and they went back down and they didn't come up again until like 4 years in between.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but oh my God, like I'm looking at back at that team and I don't even recognise any of the Burnley players, and we've got like Rooney, Berbatov, Carrick, Park, Giggs.
Who was it that scored for them? Was it
Blake?
Blake, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so hopefully we won't see a repeat of that tonight. Anyway, get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think. Yeah, Craig Turner says it here. Robbie Blake winner. Great. Andy also says great low move for Van der Beek. Still on the bench.
I mean, it's only the second game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Everton against Newcastle. Or is it, playing Newcastle tonight? He's on the bench. Yeah, I'm starting.
I did find it quite funny that one game into his time at Sevilla, Martial's already had the manager there has already sort of complained about him. It's like
said we need to see more, didn't he? Lopetegui from Andy Martial. I think he got subbed at 73 minutes or whatever. I mean, if I'm being kind, he's not played a lot of football this season.
No.
So it might take him a little while to get going, but. He does need to start showing something there. If he's got any hope of coming back to Manchester United, then he can't fail at Sevilla.
No. Especially when they're doing so well. Like, they're a good team doing well, but the pressure is off and...
Drop points on the weekend, though. 0-0 against Osasuna. Missed a penalty in the last 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, dear, mate. Yeah. Paul Pogba, back in the team. Back-to-back games. How much are you looking forward to him? Do you think he could have a big say? He scored last season, didn't he, there at Turf Moor?
I think he could have a big say. I think he's a great player. Taking away the whole end of the season stuff, because I can't be asked to talk about that every single time we mention Paul Pogba. In terms of this game, I'm a bit worried that midfield only has one player that likes tracking back, and even he's not that good at it in Scott McTominay.
It's the type of game like traditionally where Pogba would go missing. These sort of games where you want him to come in, and really, there's not really an excuse for why he shouldn't be controlling the game, because if he plays at his best... this is someone that I know it's different, but with France especially, if you look at how well he plays for them and how he's able to basically control the game from midfield, there's much better players that he was going up against when he was winning the World Cup. So Burnley shouldn't be an issue with him. But it's just, he sort of gets frustrated or
and sometimes when we play against teams like Burnley, he tries to beat every man before he passes it. Like he wants to push him out the way, or he wants to do a little extra kick up or an extra touch and stand on the ball and look. He gets a bit like, I'm going to show you how good I am in these sorts of games.
Do you remember his debut against Southampton when he was doing that?
Yeah. But it paid off mostly in that game.
He was
good in
that
that game.
I was just saying, like...
Do you know what? That was a start, right, of how you knew it was going to be just proper confusing with Paul Pogba. Because I remember that game, I thought he did okay. And I went on Twitter, right, and then I seen some tweets where it was like, that's the best midfield performance we've had since Fergie left, and I thought, well, it's not. And then I saw other tweets saying, like, what
since
a waste
Fergie
of
left
money.
the Black Eyed Peas, you mean?
Yeah. Get out. And I saw other ones that said, like, what a waste of money. You can already tell this isn't going to work. And I just thought, oh my God. And that's what it's been like the last 6 years, whatever it is. It's been like one extreme to the other. And God forbid if you go, like you've said, or, like a lot of us said, if he's a good player who's probably not been consistent enough, and he probably could have done with a better team around him at times. It's not quite worked out as much as we want. You can't be like that. You've either got to be, he's the greatest player we've ever had, or he's a complete disaster.
I think people were just more frustrated at Sky's attempts at Friday Night Football, which I believe that was the first fixture of that failed
venture.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why would that not work?
Well, because they tried to do it.
I mean, just putting football on a Friday night. What is the flaw in that plan?
Tried to turn it into like it was. They treated it like it was a charity game, like an entertainment sort of thing. And they had like an audience in the sort of studio and stuff.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's Friday night. And we're going to be a bit TFI Friday with it.
Ah, right, okay, yeah.
You got people going around and covered in custard on like trikes and stuff.
Do you remember when Sky first took over the Premier League? Well, you won't remember.
Be Sky B, just
have
a
you
bit,
seen it? Have you seen it with like the cheerleaders and all that?
The Sky Strikers.
Yeah.
Proper like American style, wasn't it?
Got booed off, I think, at Highbury. Didn't come back.
When's the last time you got booed off, Jay?
When I got booed off,
Yeah.
I get booed in my house most nights.
Boo! Get out! Overstaying is welcome.
You're not our real daddy. They don't say.
And that's your missus saying that, which is weird.
Ralf Rangnick.
Oh, I remember him.
Yes.
From the interviews.
Yeah. He dazzled the Manchester United hierarchy with his
I love him,
PowerPoint.
you know. I really like him.
I like Ralf Rangnick.
Yeah, I do.
He said, if Manchester United has not won a title in the last 10 years, there must be some good reasons for that. Right now, we are fourth in the league, and everybody on the inside of the club, including myself, would be happy if we finished fourth at the end of the season. What do you make of those comments?
I think he's right.
Is that a bit of a shots fired at the board?
Yeah, of course it is. We've been shit for 10 years. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to say. What he's saying. I mean, that's not what he's trying to say. That is what he's
Yeah.
saying, clearly. Like, this whole thing and, the whole, look how far we've slipped. Is this the expectation? Yeah, it is the expectation. Like, it's one thing to have high expectations and to have that feeling of we're a big club, we spend a lot of money. Therefore, even if you take away the entitlement angle, which fair enough, some people have that. But even if you don't feel entitled, you should still think the amount of money we spend on transfers, the amount of money we pay our coaches, the amount of money we have, the resources we have, we should be winning more than we are.
Yeah.
But you have to accept where we are this season. And where the club is and has been for a decade, like we are a team that generally is going for top four. That's just it.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be. But what there's no point being delusional and saying we're still going for the league. Like what else is he meant to say? He's right. Anyone with a brain can see the best place we could possibly finish this season is third. But we'd take fourth. Like that's it. It's as simple as that.
No, I'm glad he sort of mentioned the last 10 years as well. Youngie, what did you make
Well,
of
it's
it?
the same. You've got to be realistic, haven't you? And people obviously know that United, in an ideal world, they're challenging for titles. But you've got to be realistic. At the minute, United can't compete for titles. So the best they can do this season is get Champions League football, which is what he's being realistic about. You're not like. I don't know what people expect him to say. Like, okay, maybe in the future, in 3 or 4 years' time, if everything works well, then I agree, United should be competing for league titles. But at this current stage, with the squad that United have, with the issues where they were before when Rangnick took over, the way that this season has actually panned
And also
out.
the competition we're playing against. There's some fucking good teams in this league. Like, even under Ferguson, it would be a big task. And I'm sure he'd manage it. Obviously, we've seen him do it multiple times. But you could imagine Pep versus Ferguson being one of those back and forth, you win one, we win. Like, even under the greatest manager ever, it's a tough fucking teams.
The league was more even then as well. Like now, you've got City, United, you've got the Big Six is what they're referred to as, and it's almost like they're away from everyone else. I mean, Leicester was a one-off, but no one really outside of that is really going to compete for the title. Like the first Premier League season, you had Norwich and you had Villa and United competing for the Premier League title, whereas now that's not going to really happen. And you've got City, who have got basically unlimited money behind them. You've got Chelsea, who are owned by an oligarch. You've got Liverpool. You've got everyone around each other. It's so much more competitive now. It's nowhere near as it was before, where you had two teams basically competing for the title. I mean, now the title's pretty much over again, and it has been. There's not really been a proper title race for 4 or 5 years since Leicester won it.
IQ1985 says, if the owners have influence on transfers, they must have influence on the starting 11. Some players seem to start no matter what form they're in.
Like who?
I mean, to be fair,
who hasn't been dropped out of this team that's been shit?
I think everyone in this team now, with Ronaldo being dropped tonight, has been dropped.
Yeah.
Rashford's been dropped.
Yeah.
And I think Bruno's been dropped. Excuse me, Bruno's been dropped. Pogba obviously he's been in and out over years. He's been dropped before. We know about the back four.
Yeah, Shaw and Maguire both been dropped. Wan-Bissaka's still dropped.
De Gea has been dropped. Yeah. So I think, listen, that's part of the problem. I don't think we've got a set 11 where you go, or enough players where you go, he starts every game because there's so many players who are out of form.
We've literally got 2 players.
Season. Yeah.
No, 3 players. De Gea, Varane, and Bruno are the 3 where you go, if they're fit, they're playing. That's it. That's mad, isn't it?
So. Just on the Rangnick thing in the last 10 years, and we're going to finish 4th, we know all that and we agree, it's pretty factual.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take to sort this mess out until we are challenging for title? When Jurgen Klopp, I don't like talking about Liverpool, I'll mention it because it's kind of relevant. When Jurgen Klopp took over at Liverpool, he said it'll take 4 years. But he'll say within the next 4 years I'll win the title. And I think he was almost right, I think it was like 4.5, whatever. How far do you think we are from a title challenge?
Well, I don't think the issue is you're comparing 2 different situations where Klopp had the backing of FSG behind him.
No, I'm not comparing it. How far do you think? Forget that for a minute.
I just think it's very difficult to give a specific time under the Glazers because I personally can't see them putting enough money and investment into the team for United to compete for a title.
So the team we've got now, because sometimes you look at a team and you'll go, all right. That's nearly there. Just 1 or 2,
But we had that under Mourinho. That's the thing. United finished second under Mourinho and then got given Fred.
Do you know what though? This whole we finished second under Mourinho. I mean, I looked at that team. We were 19 points behind City, and I thought we're miles away from him. I never felt like we're on the verge of a title winning side now.
No, but
never.
You'd think the following season, after finishing second, Mourinho would get more than Fred.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I did think we get more than Fred. I know we got Delo and.
So I think that's the issue more is when United gets to that position, like they did under Solskjaer, they've got to be able to have the investment behind them to push forward to compete with City and other clubs like that. Because United, it's okay getting to that place where you're second, third, like we had under Solskjaer, where you're just outside, but it's pushing on and getting to that next step, which I think the Glazers and I think Richard Arnold, they're going to find difficult because they're not football people and they don't understand how to do that. So I think United are forever going to go around in the circle.
That's my problem. That's my worry is they are willing to spend money. Like we always say this, whenever United are linked with a big name, they go, well, the Glazers aren't going to spend money. We spend money. We spend not as much money as City, but we spend pretty much more than everyone else.
I think we spent $1 billion, is it?
Yeah, that's enough money to have won something.
Yeah.
We spend money. It's just the people who are spending it and sanctioning it are shit at picking the right people.
The thing is, if you say we spend money, people kick off and they go, well, what, you support the Glazers? No, the Glazers are parasites.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that. They're horrible and I wish they'd never got involved with Manchester United Football Club. But we have spent money over the last 9 years.
Paul Pogba was a British transfer record at the time. Lukaku was one of the
Maguire as well.
Maguire, the most expensive defender ever. Lukaku was a lot of money. Di Maria was a lot of money. Sancho's been a lot of money. And I know it's not a lot of money, but Sanchez was huge wages. Ronaldo's one of the biggest players of all time. Varane's one of the best defenders in the world. We get big players and big money. But that's my worry is when is anything going to change when the people making the decisions are getting it wrong all the time?
There's no continuity either. I mean, you look at a club like Watford. I mean, they're not the best example at the minute, but before they used to sack managers all the time, and they still managed to just about stay afloat because they had the structures in place for that to happen. United have changed managers with completely different systems who have completely different players. Every time a manager's gone in, whether that's Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, they want their own players in, so they sell the other players, and it just goes round and round and round.
And that's why City's billion or 1.2 billion that they've spent feels like twice as much as us because they've spent it with a singular vision. and a singular idea and a singular style of play and a type of manager that they want. And I know Pep's been there a long time, but even before that, they were buying players for him.
Yeah,
the last
Sterling
7
and De Bruyne
years
were brought in for him.
The last 6 or 7 years have been used to buy players of a certain type to play a certain way, and they've done that consistently, and they've still wasted loads of money, but nowhere near as much as United have wasted.
If you look at City's sort of flops, you can almost name them, can't you? Bravo, Nolito. There's not many.
They've got people like Danilo and
it's like when you look at ours, and some of ours have been like sort of big names, big like ones where it's sort of record transfer fees and it's not quite worked out.
Who was that Spanish striker that had
Negredo?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, but again, I know you're right. There wasn't. I think he scored 9 goals in that season. He was there.
Yeah.
But it's like you're talking about a £14 million player. We had Lukaku didn't work out. It's 80 million quid, and it's just like that's the problem when you're having these big, massive signings, and it's just not happening.
I think United dodged a bullet with that Mangala.
Yeah, well, they're 40 million quid to pay for him.
Ben Huddett says, "Who would your dream signing be in the summer?"
I don't know. Just the next good young central defensive midfielder who I've never heard of, please. Like that, just that player. Just like it don't always have to be like a huge name. Just
would
someone
you not be Declan Rice? You don't think if you dream?
Yeah, maybe
dream
Declan
signing.
Rice. Yeah, like, Declan Rice maybe, but
rather than like if you obviously not saying we're going to get him, but your dream signing, who would yours be?
Yeah, probably Rice as well, because this the thing.
I'm not saying we're going to get him, but
I'm just saying, as Tifo Football would say, it's a sensible transfer. He's a player like that. He's not a big name in the sense that he's not like this European player that's won loads of trophies, that's coming towards the end of his career, that's 31. It's like a Schweinsteiger that everyone goes, wow, we're signing Schweinsteiger. It's someone that's proven in the Premier League, that's done a good job with West Ham. He's not going to be cheap, but you know that he's going to be good. And this is the issue with United especially. They go after these big names that are on a lot of wages that are probably not the best player for that role, and then they wonder why they don't work out. It's like Schweinsteiger was never ever going to work out at United. He was just way past it, but they still signed him.
Damien Ahipini says, "I'm excited about this starting 11. It's about time CR7 was dropped. Give it to Eddie Cavani." Andy Jarvis says, "Jay, people that only ever act in a crisis get ripped off." That's why he's talking about obviously the transfers. Lambert says, "Phillips, half the price, far more defensive." Obviously talking about Calvin Phillips over at Leeds. I mean, we have got players from Leeds before.
Who would you have, Jay? Rice?
I mean, the player I've always wanted is Bellingham, but I get that he's not that defensive. We do need a defensive. I just feel like Bellingham's could be potentially one of the true greats of this era. But Rice would certainly tick all the boxes of what we need, and he's certainly having a very good season. Yet again, as well, he seems to have for the last 3 or 4 seasons, well, ever since he's sort of come on the scene, he gets better. Like every time I see him, I just think, he's got his game's kicking on. Because I remember when we first linked with him, I was a bit like, really? But that was 3 years ago, and in those 3 years, I keep seeing progression. So
the issue is as well when people know that you're desperate, they know that you'll spend more money. And this is the issue that Barcelona have had, where they've been desperate to sell players. United have had this as well. People know that they need to sell players, so they'll just end up selling them for less. And that was the issue where they ended up selling Luis Suarez and Rakitic for whatever it was, 8 million in the summer and the summer previous, because people know that they need to get rid of them. So they'll just take the piss because they can.
Seamus Williams, who's been a member of the first team for 17 months, thanks for your support. Seamus says, El Matador hat-trick, Ten Hag announced Monday, waffles and caramel waffles all round. Right, nice one. Happy days. Sheikh Sabahuddin, forgive me if I've got that completely wrong, says, love from India. Match starts at 1:30 a.m. for me. I hope the players realise the sleepless nights and horrible days we go through for this club. Hope they make everything is worth it forever. GGMU. Yep. Thanks for your support as well, and I hope they do realise what all United fans are going through at times this season.
It's great, isn't it? How many people around the world actually support United when you realise it. Like, I know a lot of people give stick to foreign fans on Twitter and stuff. But I don't want to get into this whole debate of match-going fans versus whoever, because it's tedious. But it is amazing, really, when you think about it, like how big United are globally. It is mad.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, it is. I'm just going to run through you can see the team there. You can see the substitutions there. I'll run through it quickly, and then I'll run through Burnley's team as well. In fact, Joe, you can do it. You've got better eyes than me.
David De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Maguire, and Shaw, and then McTominay, Pogba, and Bruno in the midfield with Rashford, Sancho, and Cavani. Varane, Maguire. Is that first choice now, or is it just?
I think
still
it's the
Lindelof
best option United have got in terms of that defence. I think Lindelof has been shaky recently. I think especially against a team like Burnley as well. We saw it under Mourinho. Huddersfield away, he got bullied in the air, and physically he's not that player. He's okay on the ball, he's okay at tackling, but against a team like Burnley, especially under Sean Dyche, you need players like Maguire and Varane in there that are able to deal with the physical side of it, and Lindelof just doesn't work for me in that sort of game.
What do you think?
I think Lindelof's having a good season, to be honest with you. I've said that all season. I think he's probably been our most consistent defender. I know that the bar's pretty low. I think when everyone's fit and everyone's playing at their best, I'd put Maguire in. But I think so far this season, out of Maguire and Lindelof's been the better defender. I know he's not he's not even an option tonight, is he? But I think for this, is it Weghorst as well? It makes sense even if Lindelof was available that you go with Maguire.
He's on the bench according to our graphic.
Oh, sorry, is he?
Yeah.
Sorry, Lindelof is available, so it makes sense we've got Weghorst. And also, Harry Maguire's last few games has probably been his best this season. I just feel like over the course of the season, I think we've had so many problems in defence, and I don't really think Victor Lindelof has been one of them.
No.
I think he's sort of been like okay, and none of his team, like Van Bissaka's had issues. Delo's come in, obviously done quite well. Tellez has done quite well when he's come in, but Luke Shaw's had issues. Maguire's had issues. Varane's had injury issues more than form issues. Lindelof's just been pretty steady throughout the season. So I've been impressed on that front. But I think, like I said, Harry Maguire, he gets a lot of stick, but when he's playing as well as he can play, he is one of the best defenders in the league. He is, and people laugh at that. But there's a reason that United paid 80 million quid and everyone was after him, and he was doing so well at Leicester. Yeah. He's a very good defender. He's a very good player.
It's just not the type of player. I mean, compared to a team like City, for example, he's a good defender and that's it. But now, like if you look at City and you look at Liverpool, their defenders are almost plays defensive midfielders as well, and Maguire's not that player. 20 years ago, he'd be a great defender, but now the things that defenders have to do have become more almost, and there's too much expectation on what he has to do almost as a defender when he does his job fine, but going forward, he's not a ball-playing defender, he just isn't that. But if he's got someone like Varane next to him, then it just makes that a bit easier.
Haddy M says, Maguire is a good defender, don't make me laugh.
Jay.
DGS, talking rubbish tonight. Talking rubbish tonight, these guys.
Why would you not want him to laugh? Why would you not want to laugh?
Machiel de Groot says, Maguire is undoubtedly a good defender, just not good enough for us. So he disagrees slightly. Danny Shields says, lads, do you think the switch to the 4-3-3 is an indicator of development for a new manager, considering that's the preferred system of the front runners? It's a good question.
I think it shows that Rangnick's trying different things, and the 4-2-2 wasn't really working, was it? We weren't controlling games very well. We were getting points and winning most games, but we still, we dropped points and we looked shaky. I think we've looked better since we switched to the 4-3-3.
The 4-2-2-2 is something you could do if you're here for like 5 years or whatever, and you go, right, this is going to be our system. You get this in your head. Not when you're here for 5.5 months. And you've got you've got to get results immediately. You haven't got the you haven't got the luxury of spending a year or two getting used to it. Tony McGuigan says, glad to see James back on 3-0 all the way. Oh, sorry, all the front three.
I'm saying it's a bit idealistic, that vision as well. When we saw it with Van Gaal, and I was saying this before, when he came in, he tried that 3-5-2 in pre-season and it didn't work. First game of the season, United lost to Swansea.
Well, that's it. It did work in pre-season, didn't it? It was we beat the Scousers and beat Real Madrid. And I was thinking, he's cracked it.
Ashley Young was playing at wing.
Like you were saying earlier, Tyler Blackett had a stormer. Yeah. And then, like you say, Swansea.
Lingard gets injured straight away.
Yeah, I felt so sorry for him. Faisal Nadeem says, up the Eccles, Jay. Yes, Eccles, massive. We've heard from you before, Youngie, but tell us again your score prediction.
I think it'll be a bit of a tight game. I think. Look, as long as United win, ultimately it doesn't really matter. But I think Burnley are going to make it difficult. Obviously, they're bottom of the league, so they need points as well. But I think it'll be 1-0, 2-0. But I don't think it'll be a great game. I think it'll be quite tight.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd love to smack him about a bit, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fuck all this tight game shit, and I agree that it probably will be. But for once, can we just go somewhere, look good, and batter
when we beat Southampton 9-0? That was fun.
That was good, wasn't it? Remember?
That seems like Fergie.
I was going to say, that seems like it was the 90s.
It does. Don't forget to let's get to 1,000 likes
Easy!
Before kickoff. We're only at about 200 odd.
Jay, what's your favourite ready meal?
I don't like ready
all right,
meals.
well,
all right, I'll tell you what I'll have as a ready meal. I'll have Rustler's. I can eat Rustler's burger. I just don't like a ready meal.
Do you not? Why not?
It's watery. It's just all watery, aren't the ready meals?
No, good ones aren't.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm not posh. I'll eat like I'll eat anything. I'll eat cheese on
Jay'd
toast.
rather
for
die
me
than
tea.
be considered posh.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like ready meals beneath me.
Yeah.
I'll happily eat anything.
Someone
out of
called
the
Jay
microwave.
posh once, and he's tried setting himself on fire.
I used to work in a ready meal factory in Warrington, and
what was your job, to put the water in it?
no, we had to put like bits in it. But I got sacked because me and my mates went.
Put your knob in it.
We went there and
Jizzed in it.
oh,
James!
we clocked
the line.
We clocked in, and it was in Warrington. We clocked in, and then we went out to Warrington Town Centre and got levered on cider. And then we went back to work to clock out, but we got there too early, so we were in the canteen for half an hour levered, making like messing about. And then we went back there the next day, and it just wrote on my timesheet, sacked.
Did it?
Yeah, like we went on your clocking in card.
Sacked.
So that was my career in ready meals, and I've never forgiven them. Ralf
Just ready
Rangnick
meals generally.
Yeah.
What's your favourite ready meal?
I like actually. Tell you what my worst one is.
That wasn't the question,
No.
James. Just because you're
Answer
Mr.
the
Negative.
question you give him.
What is your favourite ready meal? How about answer a different question?
Yeah.
That shows my personality. Of
I'll
being
tell you
a
what I don't
negative
like.
man.
I'm going to list all the ones I don't like
Yeah,
first,
exactly.
and then we'll get to the ones I do like.
in ascending order from my least favourites. Go
What?
on.
What? Probably. I like a curry. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, I don't like. I must admit, the Bisto lasagna.
I'm gonna answer it anyway.
Right, I'm going to tell you, the Bisto lasagna is shit. Don't
Yeah,
get
you're
it.
making lasagna by a gravy company. There's no gravy in lasagna.
Terrible.
Ralf Rangnick
Burnt in the plastic.
says today it will require a lot of sprinting, chasing balls, a lot of fight for second balls. This best fits the profile for Edinson Cavani, which is why he starts today.
Can I just read that? Can I just have a look at some of the... Today it will require a lot of sprinting, chasing balls, a lot of fight for second balls. Our team don't like doing that. Why has he said that? Why is he making them do things... Who is this Ralf Rangnick trying to make our Man United players run and try and tackle? That's not what we do. We whimper off and we whinge.
No, he doesn't like.
This is the wrong manager trying to make people run. Absolute dickhead. Honestly, 200 grand a week. You don't run for that. These lads. These are some of the best lazy footballers you've ever seen.
Yes, well,
Making them run about.
I mean, all joking aside, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that was a joke. Yeah, of course it does. But it does make sense, and I think that is what Cavani brings that Ronaldo doesn't really bring. And I know people say, "Oh, he was tracking back this time," but he's not the energy and the intensity.
Again,
of Cavani.
it's the same. It's the same with Ronaldo
that.
as well. People have got too much expectation on a player of his age to be able to do that, and he's just not that type of player. He's going to be someone that, Cavani puts in his shift, by the way, as well, but he just doesn't have the stamina to go all the way back. And he's not Wayne Rooney when he was skinhead and he would go and he'd get the ball from midfield and run in and chase the ball all over the pitch. He just can't do that.
No, but he has more energy than Ronaldo.
No, yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying people have got the expectation of him to do this role that he can't. He's not going to play in that
He's
sort
not
of...
Tevez when he was 24,
He's not going to play in that free role. He's going to be someone that you need to get the service into that's going to score your goals, but that doesn't mean he's not going to chase the ball down. I mean, we saw it against... Was it Villarreal in the Champions League when he came on? And he won the ball back and got the assist for Ronaldo, so he's capable of doing it, but that was when he just came on the pitch.
Yeah, I remember he come on as well. He did that, and he chased after it, won it, and then give it Ronaldo, who lost it. Everyone was like, "Oh, come on, man!" But yeah, I mean, he's popular for a reason, in Cavani.
Yeah,
and it's like if you look at his record
he
on
quote
paper,
unquote gets it.
Yeah, well, he's not. I mean, I hate that term, but if you look at his record on paper,
He's got the United
it's not,
DNA.
It's not that. It's like in terms of the amount of games he's started and the amount of goals he's got and stuff like that, it's not that amazing, especially for a striker. But it's when you watch him play, when you do see the effort he puts in. He is an exciting player as well to watch.
I think the term's cult hero.
He does tick a lot of boxes.
Yeah, he's good.
It's like Forlan.
Yeah, but he's like Forlan, but he actually scores. He's a great player, Cavani.
My son.
Yeah, but what was it? When was it? It's like his 23rd game that he scored.
So remember when he got that penalty? We got that penalty, and he was going to break his duck, and Roy Keane wouldn't let him take it. We were 2-0 up, and he went to take the penalty, and Roy Keane was like, "No, let Rude take it instead." But it worked out well.
Took his shirt off as well, and he couldn't get it back on.
He loves taking his shirt off.
Loads of people chatting about Harry Maguire. He seems like quite a controversial figure, and it's split in opinion. Emil Nielsen's Harry Maguire at Burnley would be a perfect fit. I don't know about that. Steve from Paloka says Maguire is fine as long as Shaw doesn't trip him up. Other people talking about whether Maguire is a ball playing centre back. I
think he's good on the ball.
Yeah. Michael de Groot says Cavani is daddy. Richard Littlewood said his goals per minute is good, better than Ronaldo's. His goal per minute is actually, I don't know, I've not looked into that. But
Last season was very good.
Yeah. Ross Murphy agrees with James. He says, yeah, cult hero, agree. He does definitely feel like he's only had 2 chances. He's only been here, a season? He's got 2 chances.
That's one of the most popular chances at Old Trafford this season, the Al Matador one. It's sung all the time.
It's one of the best ones as well. I love that chant.
What do you make of the Elanga one? That's the
I quite like it. I went to see Snap when I was young, so it brings back happy memories. Anthony Elanga. Yeah, Snap at the Apollo. Hey, Finesse Merchant says thoughts on Tielemans, Jay. I'll ask you two this. Tielemans, is he a player that could come in and be the answer to our problems?
I think if you, instead of Tielemans, I'd take Neves over as an option. I think if you'd had the option to get a player like that, a midfielder, I'd go for Neves.
Can I just say something, James? When you asked me that, I was going to make a joke pretending to be you saying. I'll tell you, I wouldn't have. And you literally did it. Well, I wouldn't have Tielemans. What do you think of Tielemans? Forget Tielemans, Neves.
Yeah. Right, I think Tielemans is a good player. I don't know if he's that guy that we need.
No, I don't think he's good. I think he's good.
You'd take Neves over him.
I'm not a big fan of Neves.
You're not, yeah.
No,
Why?
I just like my footballing knowledge and understanding is proper basic. And whenever I watch him, I think he's okay. And then people go, well, the goals he scored against us, the performances. Some of the performances against us have been very good. I've seen him a few times where I just think he's all right.
Yeah, Matty Taylor scored some good goals. Doesn't mean he would have got in United's team.
The defensive midfielder that comes in for us, I think we just need to go all out and just get someone who's
He pushed past you in the queue at Knutsford Services.
Smash it. Yeah, he'd be on the floor if he did. Yeah. Yes, Cough Mike says he didn't ask the other two, Jay. He asked me, and I've given my opinion. I like Tielemans as a decent player. I don't think he's what we need. I don't think he's quite the answer to that.
Me off
and I think you'd have to pay a lot for him as well because Leicester don't sell players for cheap.
You know, when you tweet something with someone and someone replies, "No one asked, mate," that pisses me off. It's like, well, you've chosen to follow me.
Yeah. No one asked, but they did follow you.
He's not going to shag you, mate.
Yeah.
That's another one, isn't it?
Yeah,
and if
classic.
you agree with someone, I think, I like that. Andrew says, Matty Taylor turned up once a year to score goal of the season, then disappeared.
He scored some incredible goals. For some reason, it makes me uncomfortable when people who are called Matt are called Matty, and I don't know why. Just don't get it.
What about Matty with an I? Are you a fan of that?
I've never seen it. It's very Bebo
Matty.
Like MySpace.
Do you know what, right?
With an X over the I instead of a dot.
I never liked Matty Taylor for some reason.
No, I never did. Yeah. Why didn't
Something about him I just didn't like.
I didn't either.
He scored these goals and I don't know. Do you know what? I saw him score a goal once and he proper over-celebrated it. It wasn't one of these worldies. It was just like, it was like the 4th goal in a 4-1 win and he ran right. He did a lap of honour. And kissing his ring and all that and knee sliding. It was like one of them when you combine about 8 celebrations and one has foot.
It just reminded me of, you know, those like Xbox 360 gamer tags that would be like XXX_ and it would be like Matty with an I, like 4 numbers and then like a dollar sign or something.
Have you heard Roy Keane talk about when he tried to sign him?
No.
I'm sure you usually heard that one. Roy Keane when he tried to sign Matty Taylor.
Who for?
For Sunderland. And he said he was showing him round. He showed him around Sunderland, like the training ground or whatever. And he said Matty Taylor's in his car. He's put Matty Taylor in his car. He said Matty Taylor's drove off and his phone's gone and it's Matty Taylor saying thanks for everything, Roy, but it's not for me. It's like he said I can still see his car leaving the car.
He wrote that before he set off.
Jason McMillan says in the super chat, thoughts on Palestra and Ghana coming back from there? Oh, sorry, coming back early from their loans.
No point.
Absolutely
We
not.
discussed this yesterday.
Yeah.
Imagine taking James Garner on a potential FA Cup winning run.
I know.
Bringing him back to this
Remember
mess.
that FA Cup you like with Forest? Yeah, you're not in that anymore.
Yeah.
You're with Man United now and you're going to win
We're
fuck
going to
all.
make 3 sub appearances until the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. Only because we feel bad for bringing you back.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Garner next season get a chance, but this season he's doing well at Forest.
He's garnering a lot of praise, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that the second get out of the show?
No, that was all right. I like that one. The Fergie one, a little bit of sick.
A little bit of sick fell out of my anus. Yeah, that was a bad one. I'm sorry for that.
Sorry.
No. Actually, I'm going to go. I'm going to head off anyway. Cheers, lads. Cheers. You've embarrassed me.
Zizu Rooney says, guys, let's buy Declan Rice for 120 million quid. Why not?
He's not going to be that much, is he? Surely. He's
how
all
much do you think? Right. In fact, I'll ask you this first because you can tell me how much you don't think he'll be. How much do you not think Declan Rice will be?
120 million.
Right, there you go. Good answer. Seriously, how much do you think he will be?
85 plus add-ons.
Nice. Nicely done, that. I like that. Joseph?
I think similar. I think it's like starting and rising up to a potential 100 million.
I think he's 100 million.
I
think they'll go look at Grealish.
Well, we know how good Richard Arnold is a negotiator, so he'll definitely get the best deal for both parties.
Yeah, he'll do what he did with Maguire. it'll take 3 weeks of negotiating.
We want 85 million. No, 70, 85. All right, we'll pay 93 4 weeks later.
Grealish has been shit in it. Can we talk about that for a second? Just how they've spent 100 million.
Do you know what though?
We've crap.
Like, I understand what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing. I think with City though, there's two things. Like, one, they can afford to have one player who's not performing.
Yeah.
And still, like, he's still going to end up with the winners medal in it. We've seen that at United before.
Yeah.
And two, he might come good. It's still like a good chance he'll come good for them because he's a very good player and they've got a very good team. So there's every reason to believe that this could have a happy ending for him.
I still can't believe he cost that much money because they spent 100 million quid on a player that I don't think anyone would have called world class before he went there. He wasn't a world class player. He was a very good player with some world class traits, but he wasn't an overall world class player. Like when you look at like Premier League record signings, it's generally players who have done it already, at least to a certain degree.
It's weird because he's like I always felt
you better get an England team.
One of the best traits about Grealish is he's entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily his numbers.
He's like a gasser,
what he does.
isn't he?
Yeah, he does like things that especially as a fan that you like to see. He can ride challenges. He's
a street footballer.
He is. But like his numbers aren't that good.
No,
and it's like okay, if you're gonna spend 100 million on an attacking player, it's usually because they produce a lot of goals and assists. And he doesn't really do that. He produces a lot of moments in a game, and it didn't seem like the obvious fit for City to go out and spend, because I know they spend a lot of money, but they rarely break the transfer record.
Yeah.
They usually buy like 50, 60 million pound players, that sort of thing, just lots of them. So yeah, it did seem a bit strange, but my sort of worry is that it's all going to work out. And
you spoke too soon.
Yeah, because I'd love it if it didn't, and he helps. The beginning of the end starts with his
that's
signing.
the thing. I don't even think that would happen. I don't think it's possible for one player at City to be so bad that it fucks him up.
No.
I think the worst case scenario is he just leaves.
It's
in
like
2
an
years.
impact sub, basically, for them.
Yeah.
Without the impact.
Yeah.
Let us know. Get us involved in the chat. Let us know who you'd like to see come into Manchester United. If anyone, obviously, if anyone, we need a lot of players. It would be your dream signing.
Did you like the film Deep Impact?
Is this the one where like the world's going to end and Morgan Freeman's the president?
I don't know.
That one.
I haven't seen it.
Meteors are here.
All right, then a different one. Independence Day.
Yeah. Well, did I like it?
Yeah.
It was okay at the time.
Is it like one of those like Olympus has fallen, London has fallen, those sort of things?
I thought Olympus Has Fallen was alright.
Was it?
Yeah. Why did you like Independence Day?
Not seen it.
Have you not seen it?
No.
No thing that annoys me.
Is that the one with Will Smith in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see.
Do you know one thing that annoys me in that?
Go on.
Right. They're driving to Washington, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's driving out of Washington. And the motorway is completely gridlocked, right? On one side.
And empty.
And empty on the other.
You'd be driving on that side.
Yeah, why would you not use the other side of the road when aliens are attacking and you've got to flee the city?
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to flee the city and we're probably going to dive into the aliens, but we're not going on the other side of that road because we're not allowed to.
Even though it's empty and this road is at a standstill for 50 miles, we ain't using the other side of the carriageway.
We're just going to stay.
Because it's against the rules.
Yes, and we're not animals.
It's the same in that as that Inferno one about San Francisco, where there's that volcano explodes.
Oh yeah.
And they all that guy dies because he just runs into it. It's like, all right, well, a bit stupid.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
If there was a bomb
Idiot.
or something, or like an end of the world type, like nuclear fallout stuff.
Yeah.
And I see the mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
I'd go straight. I'm not eating my mum. I'm not going out foraging. I'm not eating a mushroom or a dog or a bloke. I'm running towards that cloud, getting radiation poisoning and dying in a week. That's how I want to go out. Don't give me this post-apocalyptic shit.
No.
Instant death.
The way nature intended. Danny Shield says, surely gruel is the favourite ready meal of the ghost of a Dickensian orphan waiting for a resigned bloody cough into a ragged hanky with a look of withered acceptance. Took the words right out of my mouth there, Danny.
I like a hot pot actually as a ready meal. I like a Lancashire hot pot ready
Yeah.
meal with the dumplings on top. Taste dumplings. Yeah.
My missus got a cheat ready meal. It wasn't a ready meal. It's like
Was it
those
your mum?
pre-prepared meals. So it's like steak and chicken and all that.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not a ready meal. It's like it's a meal that's been made and put in a plastic container, which is nice.
Which you then put in the oven.
Well, you can microwave it if you want. Will Baines says, "Hi guys.
Hi.
Are we going to have a striker crisis soon with Martial and Mason gone?
Yeah.
Need a long-term striker. All in for Haaland? ? Love the channel.
Right, Haaland gets injured too often. I'll say it. I don't want him. He gets injured too much.
He's like he was made in a lab.
He's Pogba, but up front.
Yeah.
He gets injured too often. He's Raiola client. He's very good, but I don't know if he... First of all, I don't know how many he'd score in England anyway, because it's just different, and Bundesliga is a piece of piss compared to the Premier League. Yep. We've seen that too many times. I'm comfortable saying that. Yep. It's a hard transition to go from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. He gets injured a lot. Like, he's always doing he's back tweets. There's always a he's back tweet coming from, like, Football Summer, at Football Report or something.
_
Bleacher
tweets.
Report, that's it. Bleacher Report always tweeting he's back with like Haaland's face. He's injured all the time. Just get someone else.
At Pie Sports Booze.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just think. I see how many games he's been injured this year, Jay. Sorry to just give you a homework.
Some homework.
Haaland
He
injury
always
record.
strikes me as like a strange guy as well. Like, do you remember when he gave the interview and he just gave all one-word answers?
I
to
like
everything?
that. See, that's the one reason I do like him. But correct me if I'm wrong, but he seems to get injured a lot.
I mean, I think it's good preparation to not want him because I don't think we're going to get him.
Yeah.
So I think the idea is like, so he's missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games this season out of 21. So he's missed the third.
Which is Pogba.
Of the Bundesliga.
That's what I've said. He's Pogba, isn't he?
Which is, it's about that rate. I think Pogba's about 1 in 4.
But that's not good.
No.
So,
especially at his age as well.
Yeah, he's only 21. Yeah. Like, he might get better, but, generally speaking, you don't.
I think he's going to go to
Yeah,
he's a City signing, isn't he?
Yeah,
you can expect him going
there.
Of
City that.
Or Real Madrid.
I did see a Raju says another English player in our team. We already have a flopping Maguire, an average right back. What are the chances of Pogba joining City courtesy of Riola? I don't think they'll have him.
No.
Ian, who has been a member of the Academy for 14 months, thank you for support, says, I'm not eating my mum or going foraging. Nice to know where Joel's line
And you can quote
is.
that. I am not eating my mum. I am not going foraging. I hope the apocalypse takes me first.
Koff Mike even says, Haaland is Michael Owen 2.0.
It might be. Although Michael Owen's got a Ballon d'Or, Haaland ain't got that.
I know, yeah. Kid Swiss says he's missed 7 league games.
He gets a goal a game, but he only plays 25 league games a season.
Hit that like button, and if you're not doing, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well.
It reminds me
to
of
700,000 subscribers
Come on!
by the end of the season.
Reminds me of Even Drago.
And with your support, we can do it. Lucian Fletcher says Charlie McNeil to get first team appearance next year.
Maybe.
And it's the Youth Cup tomorrow night as well, and it's sold out on United's website, and they won't put more tickets on, which is like...
You just get everything wrong all the time.
Where's it at?
At Old Trafford. Is it? It's not as if there's like run out of seats.
No, there's no seats.
No,
and the issue is as well,
77,000 people have applied.
Because they've made them free, people get tickets and then won't go because they're free tickets, but they won't put more tickets on. It's like, well...
Jason McMillan says Alexander Isaac, a striker option, ?
Yeah, seems good. I'd like to improve it a bit more first, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Sociedad have been sort of interested in it. When he sort of a couple of seasons ago, did a really good one. When Sociedad got to the Copa del Rey final and they knocked out Real Madrid, he played really well in that run. But in this season, last season, like when United played them in the Europa League, that season they were really good. But United managed to just tear them to pieces that day. And I kind of miss that with United. Like, teams like that who were really good, like, people almost forget that Europa League run because United lost in the final. They actually beat some pretty good teams on the way there. Yeah. Villarreal were not as good as Milan, Roma, Sociedad. That was the frustrating thing for me.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. It's weird, isn't it? Because this is the problem we've got now. It's like everyone looks back at the Ollie's time, and it's like if you say anything positive about it, you just get hammered, don't you? And it's like it's all got to be negative, and it wasn't. There was some really good matches, some really good memories as well. It's just a shame it didn't work out in the end. Just quickly before the game, we've got about 8 minutes, but I'll go through the Burnley team. You can obviously see the United team. Joe's been through that. For Burnley, you've got Pope, Roberts, Tarkowski, me, Peters, McNeil, Brownhill, Westwood, Corner, Weghorst, Rodriguez, and on the bench for them, you've got Hennessy, Loughton, Bardsley, Long, Collins, Stevens, Cook, Lennon, and Barnes. Really good article in The Athletic about Aaron Lennon, by the way. If you've not seen that about it, he had some mental health struggles.
When he was at Everton?
Yeah, I think he was like section at one point. He talks about that and coming through it, and it's a really good read.
It's good that players are coming forward now about that as well, isn't it? Because you're seeing it's almost become a bit more accepted in football. Because before there was this sort of, especially in football, which is such a masculine sport, especially that it's becoming a bit more accepted now. I think for players to sort of say those sort of things.
Yeah, which is
definitely.
good.
The stigma, hopefully, is going. how important do you think it is we get at Burnley from the get-go? Do you think that is important? Do you think we do need to sort of take the game to them, or can we play this a little bit more cautious?
We just need to control the game and look good and start being the better team and winning games. Like, it just feels like this whole season, every game, it's a coin toss whether we are going to be the better team. Like, generally, we win more than we lose. Obviously, we're not, we're fourth in the league. We're not doing that badly. But like so many games that we've won or drawn, where you think we should have lost that. Like the Wolves game away at the start of the season. And there's been tons of games where you go, I got a bit lucky there, or they had as many shots as us, or they had as many chances as us. Like, I just want to start controlling games and being the better team and winning matches. Like, that's all I'm asking for. Like, we are much better than Burnley. Let's just show that we are.
Do you think that you've seen the signs that we're gearing towards that under Rangnick?
Yeah.
Games, like, does it feel like we're getting there, or do you feel like it's a bit of a false start?
I think so. I just think, I don't know, I've just been disappointed in certain matches. I think this run especially, like the Wolves game, Middlesbrough game, I think he needs to be able to go on this run of form at the minute that we expect him to. And I think he's getting there, don't get me wrong, but I think he's had a couple of games at the start of this run where he should have got results.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And obviously the Middlesbrough one, the last game we played, we lost to a Championship team. And yet it was arguably our most dominant performance of the season, let alone under Rangnick. Like, I can't quite work that out in my head, but if you're looking at purely performances, it is getting better. I think. Do you? Do you think?
Yeah, I do. I've seen more from the last few weeks.
It's almost been the opposite effects of a new manager bounce.
Like where, I can see what he's trying to do, and it does seem like the players are on the sort of right wavelength, and it has been more entertaining. It's just a little bit still frustrating that we're not taking some of our chances, especially the Middlesbrough game. We had so many chances to kill that game off. And I know, listen, the handball decision was disgusting, but we could have been out 4.
And that's not Ragnick's fault, is it? That Fernandes missed that chance or Ronaldo missed that penalty.
No. Or Sancho at the crossbar.
I wouldn't blame the manager when you have a performance like that. You just don't finish your chances. I blame the manager more when it's a poor performance and things aren't. We aren't creating chances. I think when you make lots of chances and you
can blame him for the Newcastle
then that's when you can start looking at a manager and going, okay. But when you make lots of chances and go, just not finishing them, then you can start looking at individual players. And some of those chances, I mean, the Fernandes one in particular it was a sitter. Yeah, Sam says, "What is the best word for a you know what? Clam, tuppence, or kebab?"
Jesus Christ. Of the 3, tuppence, but I hate answering that.
I mean, I don't think I use any of those.
No, of course, no one uses any of those.
No one uses that. Because it's 2022.
Yeah. And the rest.
Yeah.
If you give it a little BC.
What do you use for that area?
I don't.
You don't describe it?
No. It's Braille. That's all I'll do. You can't speak.
James,
that.
what do you call it?
Well, we're not having a phone in. What do you call a lady?
The lad has asked a very important
and we've answered
question.
it.
We're not on live TV.
Right.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not Richard Keys. Who do you think I am answering that?
I put the question out there.
We're not on Knots magazine.
Yeah, I'm not. This isn't Tarrant on TV.
This isn't the platform for that discussion, apparently. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to ask a different question.
Ask Andy Gray.
Ask someone else.
What? Answer it.
What do I call it?
Yeah.
It depends who I'm talking to.
If you're talking, you're talking to, your missus, your girlfriend.
Funny, right?
Tweet Neil Custis and see what he thinks.
I feel ill. I feel absolutely ill. By the way, to take away from that subject for a second, let me talk quickly as the players come out about the Paddock membership.
Yes.
Look at this, look.
Woo!
You get loads of extra stuff. You get behind the scenes videos. You get extra content. You also get access to our exclusive community chat. You get discounts on merch, and it helps the channel out as well. You get loads of good stuff. Click the join button in the comments if you want to become a member. Again, loads of extra stuff and loads of behind the scenes stuff as well. So click the join button if you want to help out the channel and get loads of good stuff as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we do appreciate all the support. We've had some phenomenal support since.
And Jay did a Desert Island Discs the other day on there.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
Good.
That was I enjoyed that. We'll do another one of them soon, and the behind the scenes stuff if you saw a little snippet of as well.
Can you give us one of the songs that you picked to tease people?
It was the album, wasn't it? It was. I wasn't very original. I picked the Stone Roses album because it's mint.
Someone's read "They Bleed Red, White, and Black" in United We Stand.
That was my choice.
Every single, pretty much every one, like for their album choice, it's like albums. The Stone Roses.
When I did mine for that, it was that as well. Hit that like button. We've got whatever it is. I can't even work it out. 2 minutes, I think, before kickoff. Let's get to 1,000 likes. We only need about another 400.
just to clarify, because I consider you a smart man.
Yeah.
You know, you're very knowledgeable.
Very well
I
educated.
feel like this is gearing up to an insult.
Did you just not know how long it takes to get from something 58
No, I
to
couldn't
the
see
next
it.
hour?
I couldn't see the time.
Oh, right. It's just...
No, because I've just put that up. I had that like that.
Oh, right.
So there was no time. Okay. All I've got is one
I thought you
an
saw.
hour. All I've got, right, is what I've got. I've got on my screen, we've been live for an hour and 8 minutes.
Okay, sorry.
So I had to try and work it out.
I thought
from
you
that.
saw 1958 and thought,
No.
how long is it till 8 o'clock?
Right. I don't,
The
like,
fuck?
I know that because I'm doing a master's degree doesn't mean I'm clever.
Always doing a master's degree,
But
mentioned it.
if I can't work out
Clocked
that 2
it.
minutes before 8 o'clock, it's 2 minutes to kick off. I've got serious issues.
Yeah, that's
but
what
I
I was
was
thinking.
like trying to work out. Well, we've been live for an hour and 8 minutes. What does that mean? And then I thought I don't know, so I had to get the time up. I'm glad we got there in the end, though.
No, I'm happy.
Give us your predictions. Ian McDonald says United win 5-0.
Take that. We
Yeah.
take that.
Burnley have got a history of weird sponsors, haven't they? What is SpreadX Sports?
I don't know, but it
never
sounds
heard of that.
filthy.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Cillian Wallace says, come on United, 2-0 Cavani brace, up the red. Side note, I call it snatch.
We can't.
What?
So
It's a
terrible.
valid discussion.
Is
Yeah.
it? It's this. It's absolutely vile.
This
though,
isn't
isn't
getting
it?
monetised.
This is your platform.
This
It's your fan
is
channel. If
your
someone
life.
asks the question, who am I not to ask it? Colonel Smith,
It's football fans as well. They're the worst people to ask that question.
that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Member for 2 months
Offensive
of the
to
first team. Let's go, Man United. Nathan Kirk says 1-0 or 0-0. Kieran Becker says 2-0. Mo Tucky Stan says Ronaldo brace 2-0.
Hey, Sean Dyche got a funny voice. Hey.
Sounds like he's got gravel at the back of his throat.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Dash!
I wonder if anyone said that one before. Can we get a bit of volume, please?
I've told you, I've told so many people this story. I must have told you the Sean Dyche story.
Go on.
Haven't
I was teeing you up, Jay.
Right. First time I ever interviewed Sean Dyche was when Burnley got promoted under him, and I'd never heard him speak.
Very glad that we got promoted this season with Burnley.
So I went to Burnley Town Hall. They went, go down there. You're gonna meet all the players, and then they're doing the parade and all that, and you can interview Sean Dyche. So I went there. He introduced himself. I started talking. Sorry, I heard his voice. So I said to him, "Oh, was you out celebrating last night?" And pointed at his mouth as if to labour a point, and he just went, "No." And you know, he just felt, right, was my first question as well.
Done it.
It's strange in press
Absolutely
conferences, isn't
done,
it? Do you
yeah.
remember when he did that thing around like lookalikes? He spent 10 minutes talking about lookalikes in his press conference and things like that.
It was that sort of nervous laughter as well from the journalists.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, he's being funny, so let's laugh with him, but he's not actually
Just that was
funny.
it. Someone asked him in a Burnley press conference, has anyone told you look just like Mick Hucknall?
Without any hair. And if you look completely different.
And he spent the next like 5-10 minutes talking about people he'd seen on his holidays that looked like people.
What a story
Yeah.
he's done there. Yeah. No, I like him. He's a breath of fresh air, isn't he? Which,
I like
based on
Chris
his voice,
Wilder.
he hasn't had in about 30 years.
I like Chris Wilder, but then he comes out and says like he said something about like woke people or something like that, and I think Sean Dyche said a similar thing about like players saying they were tired, shouldn't complain, and that sort of thing, and it's like it's a bit traditional, that approach, I think, but it works for them.
It's working for him, isn't it?
James Gillespie, who's been a member of the first team for 10 months, says, ha ha ha, minute silence kicks in, Joe. Can we get some volume, please?
Interesting.
Yes, minute silence been observed. Now the players are taking the knee.
Yeah.
And then we'll be underway. We need... Oh, come on. We
Sancho
can do
doing
this.
the hover knee,
314 likes in the next 2 seconds.
Popular away is Burnley.
We've kicked off.
Ever been with United before, Jay? Burnley away?
Yeah, years ago.
Not been.
I went there to serve more. It is an old school ground. I quite like that. Have you been
I
there?
quite like it.
No, I've not been.
I've been, but I've not been for a game.
No.
I've been
Why did you go?
Yeah, what are you doing now?
What are you doing
Just
there?
lingering
Just
around
had
and
a
that. No
chat-
game.
I had a chat with a Burnley fan for this channel, actually.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Chatting to Burnley fans.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Love
Sam,
me, Burnley fan.
Burnley fan. Sam says,
He wasn't the one that got cancelled, was he?
I have asked Joe this before, but would you rather have no knees or no elbows?
Gotta be no knees because no elbows again. How do I eat? I have to lift it up and then drop it into my mouth like that.
Right, okay.
Actually, no, here's what I'd do.
Right,
Here's what I'd do. So, no elbows. So, I'd have like big cones made that fits over my whole elbow and goes up over my head with a window in it. But that way I could lift it up and the food would stay in the cone and I can let it drop in it right around into the scoop, into my mouth. But no knees.
Do give us a like if you're watching. What would you rather have? No knees or no elbows?
Stupid question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a stupid question.
Yeah.
It is. That's
I quite
the
like
definition of what it is.
Yeah.
But elbows. It's not going to happen, is it? It's just. It's
Well, it might do
pointless.
if you keep disrespecting him. See what you get, mate. You know what I mean? He'll come here and he'll give you no elbows.
Okay.
Would you rather have, Jay?
I'd rather have both. Neither.
Yeah.
No knees and elbows, so no one's missing out.
Yeah.
We're going down a dangerous path here because I know if we're going down the would you rather path, we could end up with the
classic.
The classic, yeah.
There's a classic in
about
there.
a pizza that I won't repeat.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Right.
I just thought
No.
I can't even say it. Would mum or dad? It's the classic.
No,
that's the classic. Would you rather?
that.
That's the fundamental. What it always comes back to. Would you rather?
I was thinking of the would you rather sit on a dick and eat pizza or sit on a pizza and eat a dick?
Yeah.
Nice. Hey.
I like that it's
cutting
framed,
edge questions here on this watch along.
I like that that's framed as though sitting on a pizza is quite
Don't
nice.
you worry.
No one sits on pizza. Eating pizza's good. At least that one, there's one good thing happening. Otherwise, I've got a greasy arse and a dirty knob, a dirty mouth. Right, let's not talk about that anymore. James Tarkowski, thoughts?
Overrated.
Good lad.
What do you reckon?
I think the first one, personally, that's what he would do.
James Tarkowski. Right. What do you think? What do you think of him?
Yeah, he's all right.
I think
I was
everyone's
just trying to
like,
change the
he's
subject
got an
there.
England cap, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I'm sure he
He
has
certainly
played
got
for
called
England.
up a few times.
Yeah, I think he's just an average Premier League defender.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason he's still at Burnley.
Yeah, me too.
So Pogba
trying a
ball
little
over the
clip.
top, but it's not quite. I mean,
Burnley's fan base is a bit weird, isn't it? Because it's like you've got like their hardcore, and then you've got like
Mike Dean and the referee even.
the idiot that flew the White Lives Matter flag over the ground last year. I'm sure like that's like a minority, but there is like a section within their fan base.
Yeah, it's weird because especially their rivalry with Blackburn, it's proper fierce. You wouldn't think it, but I think there's more arrests per person or per 100 people, whatever, during that derby when they have it than anywhere else in the country. It's
Really?
like, it's like martial law when them two play each other. They like literally close down both towns, and you have to get a tank to the game. It's
They must have
ridiculous.
hardly played in the last decade, though.
Well, there was a time when they were both in the championship.
Yeah.
And it was like the first. There was like I think 3 or 4 years, or maybe.
I think they played each other in the League Cup once,
Yeah.
which is always the
And-
one
and
that
it
sort of
was-
throws teams. That's Portsmouth played Southampton in that a couple of seasons back for the first time in ages as well.
So yeah, it was like they had a few years, but it was horrible. I used to cover it, and it was just ridiculous. And like they had to mobilise the whole of Lancashire Police.
Was that at the great named Rock FM in Preston?
Yeah.
Also good. Oh, it's not.
What I loved about it as well, I remember interviewing these Blackburn fans, and they said, "You know what the problem is with Burnley fans, right? They're proper thick."
Are they?
Oh,
Cavani, no.
That's not a foul.
Oh, Mike Dean. Hey, that's all you need to know. Hit that like button. Let's get to 800 likes. Yeah, we're on 760.
Come on, let's get to 1,000 likes.
Yeah, let's get to 800, and then we can get to 900,
sorry.
then 1,000, as Joel's rightly said.
Running before I can walk. That's not a foul, by the way. That's an absolute dive. Just the slightest of touches on his back, and he's gone over there. Rubbish.
John B says, greetings from the bath. Since we're doing hypothetical questions, which 2 United players, past and present,
Would like to get in the bath with me.
Would you want on a desert island with you? James, I'll ask you.
I was reading the chat. Sorry.
Well, I'll read the fucking chat.
There's people insulting me. I had to read.
Yeah, well, he don't read
it.
them, does he? Because then you sit here going, people are insulting me.
Right.
Carry on. Ask again.
Ask again. See, can you see how you reading the chat has derailed this? So maybe don't.
Right. Since we're doing hypothetical questions, which 2 United players, past / present, would you want on a desert island with you? Or why don't you list the ones you wouldn't?
I'm just thinking.
Say I wouldn't want.
Right. Patrice Evra would be good fun.
Yeah.
But then after like 10 minutes, you'd be like,
what have I done?
Yeah.
Stop, please.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like calm
yeah,
down.
yeah.
We need food.
Yeah.
Keane as well.
We need food. You're the sort of person that'd go on desert island discs and go, "What's your song?" You go, "It's just an alarm to try and alert nearby ships." That's
the best one.
It's a 24-hour YouTube video of an SOS call in Morse code. That's what you pick as your song for desert island discs.
I love that you're
It's
actually
not
thinking
real.
of like as a proper survival like scenario.
Which former Manchester United player?
Pat, we need food and you're just mucking about.
Yeah, why are you having sex with it?
Yeah. Why are you playing the bagpipes?
Stop
Why are you
licking
doing
it.
Bagpipes.
Stop
what are you
licking
doing?
it.
Like, come on.
Stop
we need to start a
sexualising
fire.
it.
Like, so yeah, not Evra then is the answer.
Yeah. Who would it be? Not Patrice Evra. Classic James.
Because he wouldn't be focused on the job in hand, which is finding food. We're all going to die.
Roy Keane would take it seriously, I reckon, yeah. Keane.
How fast would he beat you up though?
No.
No.
If you got on with him, he wouldn't. If you got on the right side
I
of him,
think
it'd be
Keno.
good.
I think the good thing about Keno is I think you could both be on the island for a good 10 years and not speak to each other.
That's what I'm
Like,
thinking. Who's
just
going to
be
leave
silent.
me alone?
Yeah.
Who can I chat to? And like, because let's think, desert island. First 6 months, you're asking him all about, what was Fergie like?
Yeah.
What's your favourite Premier League football and all that. But like after that,
How's your dog?
After that, well, it doesn't matter because he's 5,000 miles away. After that, it's literally who will leave me alone the most.
Yeah.
And
I
Keane
think
would be good at
Keane's
that.
in his zone.
I think Gary Neville would be good. I think he'd take it quite.
Do you know the good
seriously
thing
as
with
well.
Gary Neville is he's got an opinion on everything.
Yeah.
You could chat to him about anything, films,
Actually,
music,
Scholes,
football.
I reckon. Scholes would be good.
Yeah, but Gary Neville would he'd run for Island Mayor and make you and
Yeah,
Roy
but
Keane
then-
both vote for it. I can't be asked, Gary. I don't need it. He'd be like, yeah, but let's just have a mayor.
He'd
then.
try and build a hotel on the
Yeah,
island.
exactly. Gary, why are you selling parts of the island to me and Roy? We own all of it. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to build.
Marcus
this
here
part.
on the right.
Ooh.
Oh, it was a good shot,
Stinger.
that, to be fair.
Yeah.
We've got a corner that we inevitably
Cut
won't
through
score
well
from.
there.
Darren Logue says, for F's sake, far too much football chat on here. Apologies.
Sorry, lads.
Pope there, I mean, it was a comfortable save. It was more or less straight aim.
Favourite Pope in your lifetime?
Pope John Paul II.
Yeah.
Standard.
You big Ratzinger man, were you?
More of a John Paul man myself.
Good lad.
Is this that trivia that like when there's been an Argentinian Pope, they've not won the World Cup or something like that?
Interesting. They haven't won a lot of World Cups.
I was just going to say that they won two. Yeah.
And in an 8-year golden period.
United are liking this short corner, edge of the box cross routine. We've done it twice already. Not scored from it yet, but you know.
Have you been to the Vatican?
No.
No.
Have you?
Weird place, isn't it? No, not been. Very small.
I think it's got the highest population density of any country in the world.
As a fun fact for us, St
Go on.
David's in Wales.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the smallest cities in the world.
Is it?
Yeah.
St. David's. Remember that, pointless. Tim Verderbau says, in ice hockey, we have a Geordie or a Geordie Howe hat trick. A Geordie Howe hat trick. Goal, assist, and a fight. Is there a football equivalent? If not, what player would you name it after? There's the perfect hat trick in there, which is header, left foot, right foot. I don't think there is one where it's like, you know.
Well, what would be goal, assist, red card,
Yeah.
and Danny Alves got that the other day, so we'll call it the Danny Alves hat trick. There
Nice
you go.
knowledge.
Smashed it there, Anna.
Should be on that. Was it Revista, the Spanish football programme, in the fake tapas bar?
Oh, I'd love to be in a fake tapas bar. It's
Right.
some lovely
Paul
fake
Pompa's
tapas.
just done a ball there that wasn't very good.
Sky's coverage of Spanish football was great.
Yeah. Do you remember when was it last
That's
year when
better.
they
Well done,
didn't
Paul,
sell
yeah.
the rights to the league until like November?
Yeah,
It
no,
wasn't
'cause
on telly in
It's
England.
because 11 Sports collapsed, who had the rights after Sky, which was like a online only thing. And then because that went, Premier Sports took it over, and then what happened was, it's a very boring long story this, but they set
But
up
you're selling it anyway.
they set up their own streaming platform, which then became a TV channel in the UK. So now if you want to watch La Liga in the UK,
Is it that free sport?
no, it's La Liga TV.
Oh,
But yeah.
thank you.
It wasn't that boring or long.
No.
Anthony Dunn says, as a man from Northern Ireland, I've never heard of someone getting their elbows done. Perhaps that supports Joe's choice. Zachary Purvis has been a member of the first team for 40 months. Says, I'm noticing Rashford is on the right a lot more than in years past. I am loving it. Pogba looks more free so far. Keep up the hard work, lads. Up the effing Paddock.
Yeah.
Joe Prespaluski says, Van Nistelrooy and Fred on the island, but unconventional. But I reckon they're both laid back.
Van Nistelrooy is one of my favourite ever Manchester United.
Chris Hart is asking about green and gold shirts. Ask Stretford Paddock FC channel about that.
Message
That's
Stephen
nothing
Nelson.
to do with us.
Bit touchy there.
Yeah.
Do you know how many questions we get about it?
I know.
It's not, honestly, I'm
Yeah,
not
Stephen Nelson,
I'm not
not
blaming
us.
the lad Chris R. I'm just, if I knew, I'd tell you, but it's nothing to do with us.
Come
We
on,
don't sell
Paul.
That's Puma.
them.
Puma.
Yeah. Childish.
All
Do you
right.
like tuna? You do, don't you?
Yeah, it's alright. It's probably one of the few fish meals that I'll
Do
eat.
you like
Tuna.
scampi?
It's
Scampi and
okay.
chips?
It's, you know, it's not all that, to be honest with you.
Squid?
I like calamari.
Cod?
No,
Haddock.
not really.
How long are you going to go for? Hey? Skate. What about the bottom feeders? Your trout? Yeah?
You can't.
And also, some of these fishes I don't know. United have got a free kick here. Is that
When's the last time you ate a gudgeon, Joe?
Bruno Fernandes whips it in?
Yes!
Go on, my son! Gets in there! Raphael Varane.
Fantastic.
There we are.
First goal for Manchester United.
Is that a set-piece goal?
Set piece goal. Bruno Fernandes with the cross to the back post, and Varane heads it across the goalkeeper. Fantastic header. Cut straight to Ronaldo in the crowd for some reason. If he ain't happy, he can fuck off. 1-0 Manchester United.
I love
Why
that.
did cut to Ronaldo? She'd be playing at centre back.
I've scrolled down. I've got all these like goals, celebrations, Varane, and in the middle of it all, I've got Simon Dawson who's wrote "fish fingers?" question mark.
That's what you get on this watch along. That's what you get on this watch along. Do you like fish fingers though, Jay? Look at that. It's a great cross and it's a good header as well. Just the basics. Head it down and head it back across goal.
I know, yeah. How many times have we not seen that this season?
Look at that. He's tracking
And
it.
again, it's the right time of the game as well. Early goal like that, just settle the nerves a bit, and United can push on now, hopefully, and maybe get a second before half time. It's nothing worse, when it's 0-0 and it just drags on and on and on. Burnley can't sit back now, really, and play like they didn't normally do.
Give Eric Ramsey a bloody raise, that's what I say. Hey?
Yeah. Eric Ramsey.
Get him a bloody raise!
I think Laurie Whitwell was writing about Eric Ramsey and saying it's not all his fault.
Yeah, because he's not doing a lot of what he's that.
Yeah.
What we thought.
He wasn't ever a set-piece specialist. VAR checking this, apparently. What?
For who? Wait, who's meant to have fouled someone? Maguire?
Is it possibly Harry...
Well, Maguire's not interfering for certain. He's meant to potentially blocking
Harry
someone.
Maguire potentially blocking someone.
Can we actually see it? Oh, he's going to review it. So that means it's going to get ruled out.
It might not do.
They're doing an on-field review. He's going to rule it out. This is going to be a goal, this.
Oh.
See, this is the thing is with VAR, it builds on this idea that something was wrong before that needed fixing.
Yeah.
And it's things like that actually it has the opposite effect of what it was intended to do.
Yeah.
Because there's
finding
no need
problems
for that.
where there aren't any. Yeah. This is why you can't fucking celebrate a goal, Jay. So what happens here? Harry Maguire.
There's nothing there really, is there? It's minute.
Harry Maguire just stands still.
He pushes into him a bit.
Well, he doesn't. He just stands still and walks forward. He doesn't have to move out of the way of him. That's nothing. He's not put his arms across. He don't make his body bigger. He doesn't do anything. Where's the foul meant to be?
That's it.
Maguire there.
He's give the foul.
That's a joke.
Offside. Who's offside? Varane was off. What?
Harry Maguire in an offside position, was it? Harry Maguire was in an offside position, so the goal.
Is that a fucking joke?
That is
in
ridiculous.
offside position. He wasn't anywhere near the ball. He wasn't in between the goalkeeper and Varane. He doesn't distract from it. He doesn't block anyone. He just walks forward. What the fuck is going on with that?
Unbelievable.
How is that overturned?
It's so out of I hate to sort of be that guy. And it's like,
he
what?
just stands there.
Made it up.
Oh, honestly.
He literally just stands his ground and then walks forward. He don't put his arms out. He doesn't stand like that. He doesn't grab him.
So basically, if Harry Maguire had punched the ball into Varane's path and he'd have scored, he'd probably allowed it
fine.
if you go off the Middlesbrough game. But because he's come off basically from an offside position and he's blocked someone, they're saying, even though I didn't even look like a block to me, just like he was just stood there. It's very, very soft, that. Rodriguez is miles away from that.
Thing is, if the referee's got to look at that 3 or 4 times to see what the foul is, then he shouldn't rule it out in the first place because there isn't one
clear
there.
and obvious as well, isn't it?
I just can't believe that's been overturned, to be honest. I absolutely can't believe that.
Do you know what? That's twice we've been done at Turf Moor. Do you remember Maguire's goal last season? That was at Turf Moor, wasn't it? When he's just a good header from a corner and he scored and they gave a foul.
When you think the handball that wasn't overturned the other day against United, just literally like you said, if Varane isn't looking, or someone touches the ball and grabs the ball with a hand but doesn't mean it apparently, even though there is literally no way of proving whether something was intentional or not.
Yeah.
If you do that, that's fine. But if you just walk forward and someone tries to get past you and doesn't, then it's no goal. It's disallowed.
Quite a lot of people, as you'd expect, in the chat, and we'll get to them. Louis Lives 98 says, guys, Maguire affected play as soon as he did bump and shove that Burnley player. Since he affected play, Offside is now available to challenge. I
understand the idea behind it, but it's just that isn't what's
very
happened.
soft.
Dylan Elliott says Maguire wasn't vocal enough when that decision was given. Navoma Montegon says
satire?
These rules are outrageous. I kind of agree with you there. Uncle Duba says refs proper experiment on United, trying out little new rules.
Just trying out fun new ideas. Yeah, I'll just give that one. Yeah, he's in offside position. Right. Okay. Is he anywhere near the ball? No. Does he actually stop Rodriguez from going past him? Not really. No, he just sort of walks forward.
It is frustrating. It's like you said, just from a sort of... There's two things. Like, one, in the Euros, these decisions were very quick, and they're not here now. We're back to square one where it's taking 3 minutes. And another thing is, as well, it does spoil you sort of celebrating. Because I did not see anything wrong with that when I first watched it.
The thing is with the Euros, though, I mean, it's quite hard to compare because it was a much smaller sample size, so there was less games for it to go wrong in.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, in the Premier League, for example, there's 38 games each team, so there's more games for there to be wrong VAR decisions. Whereas in the Euros,
no, I don't mean. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the time it's taking.
Yeah, but
it's taking 3 or 4 minutes, and it shouldn't
consistently.
But what I'm saying is the consistency is different. In the Euros because the VAR system they used was different there. So
they should use it in here. Then that's what I mean. Why is it taking so long when in the Euros we had quick turnarounds in big games? You could have a semi-final in Euros, and you're getting a turnaround in a minute.
That would have been overturned.
And you're getting there's 4 or 5 Premier League games tonight. So you should be able to do it the same way you did it in the Euros. It shouldn't take 3 or 4 minutes and someone in the VAR and then the referee to look at it.
Here we go.
Yes! 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 Hey, nothing wrong with that one. Paul Pogba.
Luke Shaw on the overlap, pulling it back to Paul Pogba. Fucking finally. Luke Shaw sprinting.
Man.
What a sight.
He had to, didn't he, tonight, Paul Pogba? Someone called that in the chat saying he fancied Paul Pogba.
See, now is Luke Shaw going to be offside here when he played the overlap? That's my fucking thought now.
Wait, come on.
It's a good goal, that. It's a lovely goal. Pull it back into space. Pogba, roof of the net. Perfect.
He loves a goal at Turf more than he, Paul Pogba.
Yeah, he does. Seen it?
Let's just look at this again.
See, is Rashford onside here? Rashford's onside.
He's well onside.
Yeah, Rashford's on.
5 yards.
You shouldn't be having this though every time we goal scored.
No, but you have to.
I know, it's just
especially when it's just happened.
tedious.
Right, and is Luke Shaw onside here when this gets passed? Yeah, well,
By about 5 yards.
Right, no question. Goal, well done.
It's
just not that fun, is it?
It's a finish that as well.
It's a good finish. It's a really good finish. Side foot, roof of the net. Have that.
Keeper's got no chance with that one.
Brilliant.
Done well there, United, because it can rattle your kite when
it
you
can.
get a goal disallowed that you're feeling unjust. You can start
You
lose
saw
your
it
head
with
a little bit.
the handball against Sheffield United.
Yeah.
No, against Sheffield United against.
Well, there was the one at Sheffield United as well, wasn't there?
No, I mean the one against Middlesbrough.
Not the handball, sorry. The foul was on De Gea, and then
Well, there was
the
handball.
Martial.
Yeah.
There was 2 goals against Sheffield United, weren't there, where afterwards the referees association, whatever they call it, said we got both of them wrong.
Yeah. It's a lovely pullback that by Luke Shaw, and great to see that. I was taking the mick a bit before, but great to see that energy and intensity from him.
Yeah.
Proper sprinting past Rashford
that's
there.
what we saw with him in the Euros, and this season, like the first few months especially, just wasn't doing that.
No, it was languid and lazy.
Anthony Dunn says, the idea of VAR is great, the implementation is atrocious. Let the ref on the pitch make the calls, use the monitors.
Yeah.
I mean, the implementation just does. I
think the ref should wear a VR headset that constantly has replays playing in it, and he's just running around bumping into players, tripping over, kicking the ball because he thinks it's rolling up to him.
Seems
stuff.
like a really
when
weird.
Ronnie O'Sullivan does the snooker VAR and just goes like that and just falls straight forward on his face.
It seems like a really weird Champions League advert that for some reason, like for
it
Gazprom or
does.
someone like that.
Yeah, all the players have got VAR headsets on. It's a FIFA advert.
Yeah.
And you've got like. This is a good advert, this. In the dressing room, you see them all lining up, like Ronaldo, Messi.
There we go.
They're all lining up, and then they're all sat there, ready to go, and then they go.
Done it. It was like, do you remember the Nike advert with that? It was like that first-person view of a guy going out and playing a football game.
Yeah,
with
that,
Ronaldo was in it. Guy Ritchie directed that. I remember that, and Wenger was watching money from the sidelines.
Yeah, go on, Luke, whip one in.
Ball
back
that.
post.
Here we are.
Rashford. Ben me with an own goal.
Yes.
Unlucky.
I love the way Rashford's peeled off celebrating like it's his goal.
Yeah.
You would though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I was going to say, did he control it with his hand? But doesn't matter if he fucking did because it's still a goal, isn't it? If they just
what?
What is going on
Disallowed that as well.
He's smiling to himself.
No, I don't think we are.
He knows he's like.
They've disallowed it.
That's ridiculous.
What
Well, no,
was
we've
that?
not seen it.
When's the last time you got chalked off? Like that goal just was then.
You know the answer to that one.
Who's offside here? Rashford.
What? What was it? Sorry. What?
Foul by Pogba.
For what?
For fuck all.
That is ridiculous. Barely.
Do you know it's annoying that as well, because you remember, was it Lindelof against West Brom, whatever it was, where he got his like covered his face and he just give it, just no consistency.
This is just absolute bullshit, isn't it?
No,
we're
what's
gonna
this
draw this game.
Genuinely, like, do you remember was it South Korea against? Was it Italy?
Yeah, and the Spain one as well, when they beat them in the knockout and then this quarter final, and there was like penalties, goals being given offside when they're miles on, goals not being given when they were miles off. Yeah, brilliant. There's a foul. Look, yeah, great.
I mean, if I wasn't a United fan, I would be pissing myself at this because it's so bad.
Yeah.
Pecky says, Joe, would you rather be ginger or bald?
Either. I mean, ginger, I suppose, because I don't. What's wrong? Nothing wrong with being ginger. Is
No, my.
Nothing wrong with being bald.
and there's nothing wrong with being bald. But
I'm bald, and one of my
if
children is ginger.
But if I'm
so
ginger,
either
then I
answer
have
is
the
fine.
choice to shave my head if I want to.
Yeah.
I'd rather,
You can be like Sean Dyche.
Yeah. Would you rather have hair?
I'm settled now in life.
I'm settled now, Douglas.
We're all we get curtains drawn,
Cheers,
get
I'm
settled.
Settled.
So-
like a patio and the
Yeah.
concrete's dry.
I think
Can't touch
having
a nice
not
settle.
like I say, ginger hair is lovely, but I don't need any hair now. That ship's gone.
I think
Sailed.
ginger is cool.
Do you know what? I hate football, mate.
We should be 3-0 up right now.
I know. It's just
We should be 3-0
We
up.
should, yeah.
22 minutes or whatever it is into the game. We've already got a massive sense of injustice.
Yeah.
Burnley have got a corner. And Weghorst, who's about 8'3",
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna
stood on David De Gea.
Yeah, gonna love this one.
Ball into the box. De Gea fists it away. And McTominay just absolutely blasts it. 50.
Oh,
Good touch.
Go
that.
on, Rashford.
That was a good touch by Pope, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't a good pass though.
No.
De Gea there for a second just reminded me. Do you remember when he first signed? And on corners, it was just like everyone just put their players on him.
Yeah. Do you remember the Blackburn game when we got beat at home? And he was just like,
He got dropped for Lindegaard, didn't he?
yeah, he did. Yeah. That's one of the few times Fergie's like was very critical, like publicly. He was like,
He's shit.
yeah.
Do you remember that? There's a couple where literally there's like rumours that like he needed corrective eye surgery and stuff because he literally looked like he couldn't see where the ball was and stuff. Do you remember that?
What, at United?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you not remember those stories of like, does David De Gea need laser eye? Because laser eye surgery was also just getting big at the time.
It's like,
and it was like he needs laser eye surgery.
He was just mint at Atletico Madrid, despite the fact he was blind.
Yeah, and there's also like his contact lens slipped or something. There's loads of like
say about-
eyesight
Did it say about
articles.
Do you remember we had that incident with the donut?
No.
Yeah, he
Tesco's.
stole the donut. Yeah. Didn't pay for it.
My ex just
The incident with the donut.
Like, we split
I
up.
thought he'd been found
You don't
in
know
one.
about that?
No, right. He got caught nicking a donut in Tesco's, right? But me and my ex at the time, we just split up, and she messaged me and she went, "Oh, my mate's a security guard at Tesco's in Altrincham, and he's just caught a United player stealing." And I went, "Who is it?" I thought it'd be like nonsense or whatever. It'll be some youth player. And she went,
Rooney.
David Summit. And I went, "Find out who." David. I went, "It can't be David De Gea."
No.
She went, "Yeah, that's it, David De Gea." So I was like, "Oh, fucking sort your head out. He's gonna be nicking donuts. He's on about 200k a week or whatever, 100k a week." And then it turned out he was nicking donuts, wasn't he? It was all
why
did he mean
page of the
to?
Sun. I think he just walked around eating it. He didn't know about the rules we have in England about paying for things.
No. He just thought
It was a
there's
cultural
donut.
difference.
There's a cultural difference in Spain where you can just steal things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If anything, he was the victim. I think it was out of order, to be honest with you.
I nicked a pie the other day.
Where?
Well, I'm not saying where, obviously. In order to do, get stuck in prison. But the structural wall of the pie had become untenable, and some of the gravy leaked out and basically damaged the code.
Right,
so I couldn't scan it, so I just took it. Is that the rule? It was from a big like supermarket chain, so they didn't need the money.
Right, okay.
And it's only $1.50 pie.
Do you not have morals?
That doesn't count, actually. It's officially.
I don't think
if
it
it's
does.
under a certain amount. I think you're just allowed to do that.
It's only a handheld pie as well. It wasn't like a family pie.
Do you know what?
There's people throwing pies in the air at United when all the food sold out at the game against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
People were just going into, they were giving out all the food that they couldn't cook, and people were just coming into the stands and throwing like hot dogs and pies in the air and stuff, just giving them out.
Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that.
Great times.
Have you ever thrown a pie?
Have I thrown a pie? No, I haven't.
You were never on Tiz.
I've thrown a pasty.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've thrown
At the floor
I've
in
thrown a
disgust.
cheese and onion lattice.
Yeah.
At a Swan.
I got some bad news once whilst I was eating a pasty, so I threw it on the floor.
Yeah.
Got a text message saying,
that'll show him.
I'll be honest, I've hurled a turnover in my time, but I'd rather not go into it.
Get involved in the comments in the chat. Let us know if you've ever thrown
Yeah.
a pie.
Have you
pasty,
ever?
Any form of meat-based pastry goods.
Have you ever discharged pastry
Yes.
in anger? That's my question.
If you have, you probably need to see a doctor.
That was a mad time when those Arsenal players threw pizza at Fergie.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Yeah, absolute scumbags. They should have all been banned for life.
Certainly banned from Pizza Hut, if nothing
Yeah.
else. Disgusting.
Is that the battle of the buffet?
Yeah.
Well, Pizzagate before it got changed to a right-wing conspiracy theory.
Yes. Andy Knight says, blocking a defender on a set piece, no goal. Handball is a joke. VR is a joke. I agree with all of those comments.
I didn't even think he blocked him. Would be my
It
my
was
main point on that.
incredibly soft.
He just was stood next to him, and then that was it. He didn't like put his hands out or like shield him. Do you know what I mean? You're allowed to stand still. You're just not allowed to make your body bigger, and he didn't do that. I didn't think.
It's like, do you know what? It's like you say. It's the whole, the celebrating and the thing of like, actually, is it a goal? Oh, maybe it's not. And I didn't even think. Honestly, I just saw that as a goal.
If Varane's onside, that's a goal.
Yeah,
that was my thinking.
I didn't think I didn't even notice Maguire doing anything.
And in my head, like, yeah, grabbing or shirt pulling is blocking and foul.
Yeah.
But like, just being stood somewhere.
Yeah,
when
It's
you know
a
near
bit
the ball,
job's
just
worth,
shit,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's the type of thing like a ticket inspector would do, or like a parking warden giving you a ticket a minute after like your time.
Yeah. Do you know when you hear those rules of like it's legal to walk your sheep down Buckingham Palace on a Sunday if you're a Welshman? And like it's like those antiquated laws, like if someone goes on your property, you can kill them, but only if it's with a cheese grater and arrow or whatever. Like it's like one of those old laws that they just dug out. If you're stood near Phil Bardsley and the ball goes in on a Wednesday night,
that is an official.
If you're in
FIFA
Burnley
rule
and you stand near Phil Bardsley and and a Frenchman scores, then it's disallowed immediately.
Have you seen those people?
That's actually in the Magna Carta. That's
those people on YouTube that like try and intentionally scam the police by like filming in public and stuff. And
they quote common law all the time.
Yeah,
rubbish.
I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the
plant
of the police, but it would be it would be pretty funny if the police like just went over and just smashed their heads in with them.
You're not a big fan of the police? That stings.
No,
that stings.
Yeah. Oh, there we are. Yeah.
Message in a bottle. That was good, wasn't it? That stings. I said.
Yeah. Don't stand so close to me.
Hey, he's come back with one. Look at this. Marty on the prowl. Good lad. Go on, son. See? This is what we watch. This is what we're tuning for.
Come on, let's get to 1,000 likes.
Come on.
If you think United have been outdone by VAR this season at any point, hit the like button.
Like the video. What people are saying, Jay?
People are saying Mike Dean, says Adam Booth, needs to be sent to the championship.
Maybe they're putting on the red light in the VAR room.
Stop.
Nice.
Stop.
Kelly says Mike Dean needs to retire.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even blame him for that because once they go over to that TV, they're basically, encouraged to overturn it, aren't they?
Sancho looking like.
Here we are. Come on.
It's behind him, innit?
Yeah. Sort of between the two, wasn't it?
Right. United are still looking quite good when they go forward.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Paul Pogba on the left-hand side, trying to make things happen.
Loads of people in the box as well, which is nice. That was one of the problems I had with Ronaldo.
Go on,
recently.
run it in, Sancho.
Run the ball in these wide areas, and he stood out wide with them.
I actually think Sancho had one of his best games against Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, definitely. He's beginning to look like the player we saw at Dortmund, didn't he?
He just seems to have a lot of time on the ball, which is always good quality.
That's wild. That
Yeah.
I think was that Varane? Yeah, he knows it. He's acknowledged it. But it's been a positive half an hour, hasn't it, for United? You know, another
Scored
day
3
we
goals.
could be 3-0 up. And this is, what we wanted to see from him taking the game to Burnley, creating chances and running at him. Sancho, like you said earlier, like what he's been doing when he gets hold of the ball, he's always looking lively. Pogba's playing well. It's been a good performance so far, pretty solid. Just wish we could get that second goal because it was fair at 1-0, especially away.
We've got a great one. Taron Campling has said, lobbed a beef Wellington at Sam Allardyce and he picked it up in 18-1.
That's not true, though.
It's not true, but it's funny. The idea
it's funny.
of throwing a beef Wellington at Sam
I
Allardyce.
suppose that is the fundamental
Yeah.
tenet of a joke. It's not true, but it's funny.
Yeah. We've got to 1,000 likes.
Hey. Lovely, thank you
It's
very
quite
much.
a skill, actually. I mean, it didn't happen, but to actually throw a beef Wellington and successfully hit someone with it, I think that should be commended.
Yeah. So well done on that thing you didn't do.
Yeah.
It was very it was very difficult to do that thing you didn't
Have
do.
you seen that Twitter
Well
account?
done.
Is it didn't happen of the year awards?
Yeah.
And it's like all those.
Yeah, but sometimes sometimes it's quite good, but sometimes they do things on there that I think that could have happened.
Yeah.
I remember some mum went once, she literally said, I took my kids to McDonald's and they all started moaning they wanted fruit instead. And it didn't happen a year was, but kids can do things like that, just be awkward when they're in a mood.
And also some kids like fruit.
Yeah, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. And I think, do you really need to troll this woman because of it?
I used to have. That's poor. I used to instead of having cake on my birthday, I used to have a fruit salad, a big fruit salad, because I don't like cake. So you could easily not like chips and want fruit. Is it sad to have had a fruit salad?
It's a bit joyless though, isn't it? Going through your time and going, didn't happen.
Yeah, I like it.
I know.
Yeah.
This is what I mean.
I like it when they make their kids be like.
Oh, the ones on LinkedIn though, they deserve it. You know when it's like woke up at 4 a.m. Worked at the gym for 2 hours, dropped the kids off at school.
At the pool.
Yeah, and then it's like what they did in the job. Oh, here we go. Come on.
I didn't need to take that touch.
Go on! Oh! How's that happened? Cavani from about 1 yard out.
Cavani had a free net from a yard out, and he's missed.
Somehow Nick
They
Pope
saved
did
it.
a save.
It's like we got Yakubu playing up front for us.
What just happened then?
That was bizarre.
As the ball was in
God.
the air, Nick Pope was nowhere near him, and Cavani stood 6 inches off the line.
Do you remember that when Yakubu missed from a yard out in the World Cup?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this now.
He's offside anyway.
I don't understand how he's missed that.
Mad. It's just
Like he's managed to.
Oh, it's his knee.
It's his knee there. He's kind of done everything right there, only Cavani. Did
Hope
it
on
down.
a rope.
You didn't. Carl Hagen says, does Cavani offer more when he plays over Ronaldo? When Ronaldo plays, try to get hard. Try to get hard
See if you
to
can.
get the ball to him. Versus with Cavani, we create more chances for multiple positions for multiple players.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think they both got the pros and cons, haven't they? Cavani seems to be involved in the game more, and just is more difficult to defend against.
There we go.
Sancho running at him.
Absolute slice.
Carl Hagen says, take my comment back. Lee Elliott says, should have had 3, J.
Yeah,
F's,
easy.
F's.
4. We should have. We should be 3-0.
Just hope it's not the same as
Cavani's.
Middlesbrough, where United take the lead and have loads of chances, and then
Yeah, it's not like I've never seen this happen before. United 1-0 up, should have scored 3 goals.
Sancho looking very lively.
Looks
again
very
there.
lively, yeah.
He's loving it, innit?
Awful
Even though
shot,
that was
but-
an awful. I don't even. Yeah, that
But-
was terrible.
Yeah.
But
There seems to be a lot of like shots at the end of our possession, which
Yeah.
is good. Like we're turning
it's more
stuff.
productive.
Yeah. I wouldn't say we've been thwarted or
It's
like,
not that
frustrated so
like
far.
passing it sideways and then giving it
Van
away.
Gaal stuff.
get involved in the comments in the chat. Let us know what you think about the game so far. United 1-0 up against Burnley. We've had 2 goals disallowed.
Yeah.
So it could have been a different story. One was VAR. Harry Maguire judged to have come from an offside position and I think blocked someone. And another one was what was that? It was a foul by Paul Pogba. But Paul Pogba's got the goal 1-0. And United looking good so far, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sancho looking very lively. But yeah, you got that in the back of your mind, haven't you, in the Middlesbrough game? You just feel like how dominant we were with that game and how many chances we had, and you just look comfortable. And now we're out of the FA Cup. But anyway.
To be honest, I don't know. I think Spurs in the next round wouldn't have been easy. I still think United could have got a result.
I think we'd have beat
Yeah.
Spurs. Well, we could, I'd rather
You
be
never know,
there,
it depends,
find it
like,
out.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? Spurs are a bit like us, aren't they? You just don't know which team you're going to get.
Yeah.
McTominay here on the ball. I know they are. He did
I'm
the hard
just gonna
bit
say
and then
he's
just
been
give it
good there,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, Bruno, this midfield is working better than I thought it would so far.
Again, what is Astro Pay? There's like these sponsors are just
Why has he just done that?
Astro Pay sounds like on like Pro Evo. There's just like fake sponsors on the side
Yeah.
on like the hoardings.
Yeah, I like that. Astro Pay. You can pay, but it's with your star sign instead. You load spirit chips onto your star sign
A
wallet.
virtual currency in like a Club Penguin type game.
All currency is virtual currency these days, isn't it, Jay? Are you into your crypto, mate?
I don't understand it. My mate's into all that.
Yeah.
But it goes over my head.
It's gambling, really, isn't it?
I have enough trouble with just normal money, looking after that, let alone pretend money or whatever it is. Or, virtual money.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't understand how it works. It's like these NFTs. I don't get them, and I'm quite happy with not getting.
I don't really understand why people have done them, to be honest. It's like
it's a way for rich people to make money, isn't it?
Yeah,
find good ways of doing it. I tell you what else I don't get, and I'm glad I've not got into it. I don't even understand it. Wordle.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Not even going to try. Since where? It's glorified hangman. And no one plays hangman unless you're on holiday with, like, a school trip when you're 10 and phones haven't been invented
The most
yet.
annoying thing about Wordle is people sharing their results on your Twitter as well. Just clogging up the timeline.
Yeah, and it's literally just a row of cubes.
Go away.
A row of green and black and white squares.
None of your tweets about this for the past 4 days have had no interaction or anything like that, and you're losing followers. Maybe that's a sign to stop doing it because nobody cares. It's like, do you remember on Facebook 5 years ago, people used to put, here we go, come and play Flappy Bird.
United are in here.
No.
Oh. Come and play Flappy Bird.
Was that Delow that went on that run then?
No. Yeah, I think it was. It looked really good, didn't it?
Unreal. But it was a weak shot, I think, from Bruno.
Yeah.
Bloody temple
Look at this from Delow. Wins the ball back. One.
Lovely. Does really well. Maybe could have gone out wide again there.
And then Bruno
straight to
with
Sancho.
a glorified pass back.
He apologised.
I don't care about you score on Subway Surfers.
Yeah. You like a Subway, don't you?
I do like a Subway,
Sandwich.
Yeah. Just not a fan when they give you a foot long when you ask for a 6-inch and you've got to scoff it down for 2 minutes.
Did they charge you for the foot long as
yes,
well?
they did. Even though I said 6-inch, but I didn't want, because I obviously thought that they were very stressed out people. I didn't want to make the jobs harder, so I just didn't say anything.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
It's nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Whereas Jay relishes in abusing.
No, I don't. I hate that.
No, you.
I hate people that give grief to workers and that.
We know you said to me, you go to McDonald's, you order 2 milkshakes, take one, and one goes over the worker. That's what you said. What you say? 2 milkshakes, one for me, one lid off for you. That's what you said. I saw you do that a few times.
It's not true, right? I say one for me and then one over the nearest small child.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, so I knew it was something. Yeah. I knew it was something. Yeah, that's it.
No, I hate when when people give grief to just someone who's on minimum wage.
Or just anyone.
Yeah, it's just like, what is that?
Yeah.
But especially when you're at work. Do you know what I mean?
It's like people at McDonald's. It's like, well, the customer's always right, and they intentionally, right?
What a touch that was.
You can, if you put a burger on your milkshake, you can get a free milkshake. But why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you make someone's job harder by doing that? Because you go, well, I got a free milkshake. Well, yeah, but what have you achieved?
A free milkshake. You saved £1.29.
Tell you what, that Too Good To Go up is very good.
Yes, you're into that, aren't you? You know, just passing it around.
What is Too Good To Go for anyone who doesn't know?
It's like an app to stop food waste. So you get these companies like Starbucks, Pret, Upper Crust. They're like at the end of their day.
There's a pass on there.
They'll put these things on, these magic bags, and they're like £2 or £3.
Magic
you get their food there. Otherwise, we go out. So I had one the other day for Upper Crust, like £3 or £4, and got 3 or 4 big baguettes out of it.
Sure, on a bit of a run here. No, he's tackled, crowded out, basically.
So yeah, but obviously you're only one person, so you ate one of those baguettes and then throw the rest away. Apparently,
put them in the fridge.
On, lad. Go on,
Jaden. Just close down. Rashford.
Oh, save.
Yeah, a couple of them, innit? Drilled to the near post.
I mean, if I was a nice person, I'd ask my flatmates if they wanted any, but I'd put it in the fridge the next day.
Yeah. Cam said, my friend's got a roast dinner for £3 from that. You can get a roast dinner for £3 from Toby Carvery.
Can you?
They used to be like £3.49 in Bawtry. So, not Bawtry.
I still don't understand how Wetherspoons do food so cheap.
Because they are horrible to the people who work there.
that explains it.
And
they don't pay their bills.
Yeah, they don't pay bills. They buy beer that's almost gone off, and they're shit to their staff.
Yeah.
Do you like Wetherspoons?
No,
I don't. But
I don't mind.
The thing is, right? Because obviously I'm a student, so people go, "Oh, let's go with Spoons. It's really cheap." But I'm like, it's just very. I find it very boring.
I don't mind. them as establishments. Like the food's all right, and I don't mind any of that. But I just don't like the owner. He's a dickhead.
Very boring. It's just like a big room where it says beer.
Yeah. Guys, ever heard of PlayStation?
What's this?
Water feature?
What's this all about?
Yeah, what is this concept?
Every Wetherspoons
food as well.
It's the same.
Great.
Food, friends, and beer.
Yeah,
that'll never catch on.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
But think the spoons in Manchester. You got the Waterhouse, which is like an old man's pub near the town hall. You've got the what's the big one called?
The Moon Underwater.
Moon Underwater.
Which is fantastic.
It is, yeah, but that's like the exception rather than the rule.
The Moon
Underwater, it's changed since I was going there. It used to be right dive.
According to Stephen Howson, so this means it probably isn't true.
Yeah.
That's the biggest pub by volume in Europe.
By volume? What do you mean?
As in, what?
What do you mean?
By as in like space.
Oh, right. The building is literally the biggest
Yeah.
pub in Europe.
Yeah.
That's nonsense, right?
Okay.
Like, how does he know that?
I don't know.
And who's done this survey?
Pubs.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like when near my house, right, where I used to live in Nag's Head.
Pubs.com.
They used to have a sign on Tasmania's window.
Yeah, what did it say? World's best boss. You're like, who's done
No,
this?
no, it said Europe's only 120 bar chrome dome tanning facility. And I used to think, it's not though, is it? It's not like this is the only 120 bar chrome dome tanning facility in Europe.
Why is it chrome dome
At Davium Circle, we've got the only one in Europe.
Europe's only.
People fly in from Rome to come to Davium to use the tanning facility here because it's Europe's only 120 bar chrome dome tanning facility. It's obviously not. And it used to just do my head in.
120 bar chrome
No,
dome.
tanning facility. Big sign, Europe's only. I think, no, it's not though.
Also, even if it is are those the criteria that make the best
Yeah,
tan?
what's that doing for anyone who's using it?
What is a chrome dome?
And it's like the Moon Under the Water is the biggest pub in Europe. It's probably not though, is it?
Oh,
Like,
fuck
let's
it.
have it right.
This is
Oh,
where we
hey up.
counterattacked,
This is 1-on-1 at the minute.
There we go.
No, that was an awful ball from the Burnley player. Although
And Bruno's done his best to give it
I know,
away.
I was about to say.
Europe's only 120 bar chrome dome tanning facility. Come on, Paul.
Go on,
keep the
Paul
ball.
Appeal.
Well
That's
done.
it. Yeah, let's sure. That's just what you want.
Playing back into trouble there, Luke Shaw.
Thanks, mate.
Have you got a favourite pub in Manchester?
Because I don't know, man. Like, oh yeah, the Grey Horse.
Yeah,
only because like I know like the Chris who runs it
and
and a few
George as well.
others. Yeah.
Lad. Do very
George Baker, we've had him on the channel. Good lad.
One of the best Guinnesses in Manchester.
I never liked Guinness, you see, because I made a mistake of trying it when I was a kid, and it put me off forever.
I love Guinness.
Yeah, I've heard it's.
I like the Pev as well. Pev of the Peak, very good pub.
Yeah, very good.
Britain's Protection, which is opposite that as well.
Yeah.
Brain Bar is around that way as well.
Marble Arch, very good.
Mulligan's, good Irish bar. Been to the New Oxford in Salford. That's good.
Not good.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
You know what,
Get involved in the comments. Let us know what your favourite pub is
The New Oxford.
in Manchester or anywhere else.
It's like in between here and Salford Central train station. It's the one with loads of different like Belgian beers on top. They do the big steins that you can get. The German beer.
Maybe I've not been there. The thing around there is really good. The King's
I am Kang says
that's
Rashford
great.
has got the worst decision making. Is there anyone not telling him he needs to pass as well? Not every day shoot on site.
Well, he did pass and he almost scored. We scored a goal from it. So
Are you not thinking of the old pint pot?
Yeah, that's what that is what I was thinking, which is dreadful. Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Callum said what? What's this?
Callum behind the camera. Apparently, the producer said. Callum said the Fremount, and then in quotes, lots of pretty girls in there.
Why does that sound like
killer.
like
Thank
someone
you.
who should be signing a book at the police station once a week?
Yeah, who's got skin in his car?
Hey, lots of pretty girls in there. So I've been told, but I'm not allowed because it's near a school.
He stood
I'm
outside.
not allowed near a school.
Sounds like the type of someone that took place in the Capitol riots would say.
Yeah. Good.
I love the fact that he's probably not even said that. He's been stitched up by a cam.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
Castle's great as well.
Let's have a look here.
Atlas Bar, did you say?
Castle.
Cillian Wallace says Joe loves Guinness but hates Weatherspoons. Interesting.
I don't hate Weatherspoons.
Yeah,
I don't
you
mind
do.
going
You hate
in a
Weatherspoons.
Weatherspoons. I
You
just
said
don't like
anyone who
the
goes in
owner of
Weatherspoons is scum.
I don't like the
There's
owner
sort
of
of
Weatherspoons.
lad sort of culture that goes with spoons. It's like, well.
Yeah, it's because you go there, don't you? When you do the ways, you go in there like 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And start drinking.
I've had a jug of Purple Rain in the last 3 weeks from a Weatherspoons. So, I'm not averse, but I just don't like the owner.
Right, I'm going to show me AJ on the fact I don't drink it. But what's Purple Rain?
To be honest, it's one of those ones where I don't really know what's in it. I think it's something like Vimto, vodka, Summit Blue, and something else.
Wow, okay.
But it's just one of those jugs you see on the menu. You just get it because you had it when you were 18.
Is the Piccadilly Tavern round the corner? Is that Weatherspoons? No.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 Weatherspoons right near each other around there. But this was a Weatherspoons in Stockport.
Why were you in Stockport?
Don't worry about it.
Right.
Why did you choose to go there?
I was at Edgeley Park.
Right.
Brian O'Kenoith says, I probably got that completely
the
wrong.
only
Says
thing there.
Beer Keller, Albert Dock. Einstein's Cat says Porthouse, Dublin. Dublin's daring it for drinks. It's good, but it's very expensive.
When you worked at Key, did you go out in Castlefield much? There's a few nights around.
There was one next door to the Key 103 office
Closed
that
now.
we went to a few times. But no, we used to go all over, like Deansgate and all that. But
Castlefield's a nice area.
yeah, no, it's decent.
Barca, you've got
the Wharf.
Yeah. What, you used to live in Castlefield?
Yeah.
Was that better?
So man about town is our Joseph.
It
What do you
wasn't
worry
cheap,
about
but it wasn't dead expensive.
It's good.
Not for like town, 300-400 quid a month.
Kyle Chester says, I think he means United, are the only team ever to win a corner, and it feels like we are in trouble.
Yeah, that's what corners are for, isn't it? For making us worse. Right, there you go. Rashford. Corner.
So when you were at uni, did you stay in student accommodation for the 3 years? Or
I was in the cheapest, worst one you could get. I was in Castle Irwell for 2 years.
Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, that got knocked down. That just got knocked down by, I think that it was condemned.
That was a corner, that.
It's like houses now. They're turning it into houses, yeah.
No,
it's
so
like Coastal Way,
it's
isn't it?
almost half time, and we are going to be hearing from Andy Tate at half time. He's going to join us, and in fact, you can say that because I need to go to the loo when he comes in. So you can come in this way.
And when he goes, I'm going to go for a wee after you get back, which is great.
Andy says he's having that ref, so you can
Andy's
expect
fuming.
Andy Tate to be absolutely. Just pass me that.
Half time has ended there. Half time has arrived, should I say? The half has ended. 1-0. I mean, it should be 3-0, really, shouldn't it? Like, the Pogba one, maybe I get a little bit more because there is some contact there, but there's not enough for it to be a foul. He just sort of puts his arms on him as he moves past him. He doesn't push him or grab him or pull him about. Ridiculous. Andy Tate joins us.
The magic of telly.
Yeah, and here's Andy Tate. What are your thoughts on that first half?
I thought we played pretty well, really dominant. But I've got an axe to grind with the VAR referee Stuart Atwell. Seriously, that's 2-2 now. And this guy is shortlisted for the World Cup in Qatar this year as well. And he's got previous Arsenal v Manchester City this year, controversial decision. He gave a ghost goal v Reading v Watford a couple of years back as well. So this guy's got previous, and he was suspended from the Premier League roster. So what's he doing in the control room? Doing Premiership matches?
The first one, like Maguire, I don't see a block there, do you?
No.
I mean, the fact that he's slightly offside, okay, fair enough, but he's not. He doesn't block anyone's vision of the ball. He doesn't get in the way of the shot. He does. I don't think he blocks. Was it Phil Barnes who's meant to have blocked?
Do you remember last season when we scored? And what you call it? We found a Burnley player and we went down the other end and scored. It was given. Then VAR stuck the conk in and they overruled it.
Yeah. And then the Maguire header last season
seriously,
as well.
Yeah. Seriously, these VAR referees have got to have like somebody behind them. Seriously, an independent one, because there's too much riding on these matches.
Yeah.
And we've been screwed over on Friday. I don't care the rules. It's okay to cheat, kids. Just remember that it's okay to cheat.
Yeah.
So if a kid does that in a school, in a school in any match, it's okay. And it's been bugging me for days, and this is the only chance I've got to say anything on the matter.
I know, and it happens, and then it happens again tonight.
Yeah. So that these VAR referees have got to be looked at, because this guy has got previous and he's on a World Cup shortlist and he's going to Qatar. So God help us if he's in the VAR control room when England's playing.
Yeah. Well, he probably wouldn't be allowed to, would he? But that's the thing I don't get. Like, before VAR, you could look at a game and look at a decision and say, well, I get why they made that mistake, because they can't see everything. They don't get the luxury of seeing what we saw. They don't have that excuse anymore. They see what we see. They see what the whole world sees. And it feels like every single week there is multiple decisions where the unanimous decision from anyone who understands or has watched football or played football says this, and 4 people in a truck say otherwise, and that's what's changing matches.
Well, do you know what? I've said this. I've taught this with my dad, with my friends at work. A team, a manager will walk off the pitch because they're not having that decision, and it will cost somebody a big match. It could be a World Cup game. It could be an English Premier League game, a Champions League match. It will happen. A team will walk off in protest because the decision is a farce. Whatever decision it'll be, because they're too inconsistent. It's a hot potato. You have it, ref. No, it's you in the control room. I don't want it. Well, why are you giving it? So it'll happen. You mark my words soon. It will happen. A team and a manager will walk off the pitch. Was it a couple of years ago? Remember, Man United played Lille in the Champions League. Giggs scored.
Yeah.
Neil walked off
from
the pitch.
that free kick they took quickly.
So it will happen.
Yeah. George Halls with a super chat says the irony of both our disallowed goals are that they both are the sort of goals that Burnley score all the time. I mean, it's the sort of goals that we've conceded against Burnley in recent seasons.
It's nice to actually score from a set piece.
Yeah.
As well.
Sweet goal from Pogba.
Yeah, lovely finish. Let's focus on the positives a bit more then. United, again tonight, making tons of chances.
Yeah.
You know, Cavani's had that one from a yard out that happened to hit Pope's knee. 2 goals
Was a
ruled
good
out.
save.
The third goal that did go in was kept on the score sheet. United have looked dangerous again today, haven't they? They're actually creating chances and largely controlling the game.
You just got to put your chances away now. So
Yeah.
hopefully, like I say, we just... this is one of our games in hand. I'm still eyeing up third place. Like I say, if we win this, we're 5 points behind Chelsea with another game in hand as well, because they've got to go to their World Cup Championship soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm still eyeing third place, and that's it.
See the stats there, look. No shots at all for Burnley. 12 shots, 6 on target for United. Dominant first half.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I get what Andy said about the referee. The referee's a different topic, though. United, I think, have played well. I think we controlled the game. I don't think David De Gea's had a lot to do with anything, to be honest with you.
David De Gea has never conceded against Burnley, so I hope that continues.
Is that true?
Yeah, the commentator mentioned it.
Good deal.
There you go.
That is a good start.
We created quite a few chances. Looked positive going forward. I've been impressed with Pogba. I've been impressed with Sancho. I think
Rashford a bit quiet.
A little bit, but he's had 2 decent. He's had a couple of shots.
Oh yeah, he's had 2 stingers.
A bit unlucky with the goal that was disallowed because that wasn't his fault. He did what he needed to do. But I still feel like Rashford's looking a bit more positive than he has done recently. Yeah. So I'm hoping he can just kick on. I think if he keeps going the way he's been going, the second half, I think he can get himself a goal.
It feels like in the early part of the season when he came back, he was losing the ball a lot. Yeah. Whereas now it feels like he's either putting the ball in the box or having a shot at the end of things, even if it's not always going in.
Yeah.
I don't think he's quite as wasteful as he was earlier in the season.
No, and I know he's not a winger as such, but you want to see your wide players just being active like that.
Yeah.
Trying to beat people, trying to get it in the danger areas, getting shots off, and he's doing that.
Someone who we should mention, who played a big part in the goal, and I think has looked much better and like he's trying harder. I know that's a bit of a basic thing to say. Luke Shaw's been quite good, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been mentioned. He's running down that left wing like Andrei Kanchelskis back in the heyday. So he's been doing well. Luke Shaw today, and he's played well, and I just let this continue. So like we said, we played so well on Friday, we never put the chances away. And this is another good performance. Let's just keep this going. This could see us in a good position in the league.
Are you worried at all that we might see a replay of the Borough game where we have all this chance, all this possession? Look at that, like 63% or 62% possession. 12 shots, 5 on target is that, and they've had 0. All it takes is 1. When you're 1-0 up, rightly or wrongly, which we are, 1 chance and we've drawn this game. Are you worried at all, or do you think we'll push on?
Yeah, of course I'm worried. 100%.
Yeah.
Shit in it.
No, yeah. If it's 93rd minute and they get a corner or something, that Vegos gets his noggin on it and it makes 1-1. You can see that happening, can't you? So just keep going the way we've been going and get that second goal. Yeah. Because we have been we put the ball in net 3 times. Do you know what I mean? It's
Next goal's crucial.
Yeah, and I think we are capable of carving this defence open, of getting the ball past Nick Pope, and I think we can do it without any silly decisions from the referees as well. So just keep going the way we've been going. I don't think we need to change anything. I think we've looked lively. You mentioned the midfield, Joe in the watch along. I've been impressed with them as well. Yeah. Pogba there, we're just watching a replay of his goal. Great
and all strike. The best to Fred. I hope he recovers.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that is interesting, and it's just something I've kind of noticed, I'd have to look more into the details of it. Obviously, after the game, we're doing this live, so I don't have the full strength of stats behind me. It looks like we are having the ball in that sort of city area a lot more, which is like between the 18-yard line, the edge of the 18-yard box and the edge of the 6-yard box on the goal line. We're pulling balls back. We're getting, like Rashford's done it a couple of times, Luke Shaw's done it 2 or 3 times. We're really penetrating their defence and getting the ball and pulling it back to people. The Pogba goal is a perfect example of it. But we've done that quite a lot. We're getting in really dangerous areas with the ball, which is really good to see, isn't it?
I like, what I like is about, you mentioned there about the Pogba goal. Burnley sort of don't look comfortable when you're firing those balls in low. They look like they're confused. They love it in the air. The likes of me and Tarkowski, you fire balls over the top or sort of cross it in the air. 9 times out of 10, they'll deal with it quite comfortably. But when you start playing it on the deck, you can see them, they're a little bit confused, a little bit mixed up. It looks like they're quite nervous. So just keep doing what we're doing. I agree with you completely what you've both said about Luke Shaw. I think he's looked much better this game. I think it's probably been his best 45 since this season, to be honest with you. I think he's been very good.
Since the Euros.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's been very good. I think it's been a really good performance so far from Manchester United. I don't want to nitpick where it doesn't need it. I just feel like, with the Middlesbrough game fresh in our memory, we do need that second goal. Just watching that Varane goal again, it's so annoying now because it's such a good header as well.
Yeah, it really is. Just maybe worth mentioning quickly, although it's obviously something that's not really football related. I've seen a lot of comments or a few comments about Zouma. Mad that he's playing this game, innit? If that was a United player, I would hope he wouldn't play in this game after what we've seen over the last 24 hours. Not to bring the mood down too much.
No, I've had cats, I've got pets, I've got a dog. So you know what I mean. I'm part of your family. So for me, his family, his pets should be removed from him. He shouldn't be allowed to have pets.
No.
And his brother recorded it and put it on social media.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
So
it is.
So I hope they throw the bucket on both of them, seriously, for recording it and abusing them cats. And I just hope they're taken away and find a proper home.
Yeah,
it is disgusting, and he doesn't.
There's everything that's coming his way.
I do think he needs to be punished, but I mean,
I've heard people saying it's only a cat.
Well, no, it's not. That's not. I've got a cat myself. That's not the point. But how long do you ban him for? What do they suspend him for? Like, what is the sort of rules?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What just
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if he's going to be punished, I get that, and I think he should be punished. But if his club think he can still play, then that's up to them. They can.
I mean, what's next? I'm waiting for the next. I'm waiting for the next video. Who's going to come up with another player doing something stupid?
Anyway, you look at the pass percentage there, both on 0. That must be a mistake because not every pass that both teams have made didn't go to someone. So I think that's a typo there. Hopefully the rest of the stats are correct. The second half is coming up shortly. I know we already do score prediction before the game. How do you see this going, Jay?
I'd like to think we get a second goal and kill it off. Because I think if we get a second goal, I think Burnley just get into the mode of this game's lost, let's focus on the next one already. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they keep going. But without that, they'll
and
fancy
Burnley's
it.
next game's Liverpool.
Is that? They're in no trouble, aren't they, Burnley?
Games in hand means nothing. I'd rather have the points on the board.
Yeah, I think they were still. Everyone's still waiting, aren't they, for Burnley? I think most people I've spoken to expect them to get out of trouble. They think Sean Dyche, the Premier League experience,
and they've been up for a long time.
Yeah, it'll kick in eventually, but they're running out of games.
Not all the time. That don't happen.
It doesn't.
You get Sunderland,
big teams. So you think when Newcastle got relegated,
Newcastle,
people are like, they'll be all right. They've got enough quality.
It's how mad football is. I mean, Sunderland lost the other week 6-0, and a second, and they sacked the manager. Yeah. It's a joke. Football is a joke.
Yeah. Zizi Rooney says, "Are they sitting in hair order?" Which is quite a nice little comment from this.
Ah, yes, it's like a Venn diagram.
Yeah, a Venn diagram.
Yes,
which is probably horrible.
I haven't a clue what they're talking about, but I'll go along
Tom
with it.
Attard says, "Anyone see the Joe Linton miss?" No, I ain't seen it. I guess it's bad, but he don't score. So what did you expect him to do? You know
I mean,
I know he had a good game against United, but
everyone does though. We're like the outlier.
What goes around comes around for you, Budder. Believe me, you'll get shafted in the playoffs or a playoff final, and I will laugh my head off.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not particularly angry at Borough. I'm more angry at the rules and the. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that I don't.
What goes around comes around. It's called karma.
I hope no. I mean, if Borough win the FA Cup, I'll be quite happy because it means City haven't won it.
Yeah, I mean, or City or Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they're still in it. Are Arsenal still in it?
No, Forest knocked them out.
Yeah.
Forest knocked them out in the third round.
Forest is smashing it.
And they beat Leicester as well.
Yeah.
What's the Derby score?
3-0 Derby.
I just want them to win.
We are like literally 2 steps away from doing Watchalongs for Derby.
Derby counted. I hope they win. I hope they stay
It's
up.
made me like Wayne Rooney more.
I know.
Because I liked him, but I think every United fan has that sort of slightly tortured relationship with him.
Do you know what? I'm a bit the other way with Rooney. I don't think Rooney ever gets the credit he deserves.
I agree completely. But there's always that thing of, he did have a transfer request in. But I like him now as much as ever.
Yeah.
He's great.
I think
if they stay up, it'll be the greatest achievement
in the history of football.
Yeah.
He's gone for it. Lovely stuff.
And I really hope they do. Like I say, Oldham won it the weekend, and they're winning tonight as well. So come on, lads. You can survive.
That's going to be a quiz question in about 100 years. What is the greatest achievement in history of association football? Derby staying up in 2022. Yep.
I think it's one of the great championship achievements if they could do it. Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
No. The way
it's
the
not happened
EFL
yet.
shafted them.
Feels like everyone thinks it's already happened. It hasn't. It might still go down.
I know.
If they win tonight, they're only like 3 points from safety.
Mental, 21 points.
And all the players.
When you only just stayed up by a point last season.
Isn't it true as well that all their players are just guide dogs?
If you win your own games
with shin pads on,
all their players are just stewards.
Yeah,
I mean, Derby's got a good home
record. They can't afford to pay both stewards and players, so they have to multitask.
Yeah, so their players just stand facing the crowd for most of the game, but still they don't concede.
Derby's got a good home record. If they win their home games, they've got every chance of staying up.
Hey, they're putting the pride back in Pride Park, aren't they, lads?
Nice.
That's
Ryan
Rooney
Clough
for you.
will be proud.
Ryan Clough.
Brian Clough.
That's the one. I'm excited for the second half. I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to sit back here and James comes back in there? Or is James back here?
No, I'll sit in the middle.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've got to blend in like a ninja, so I'll make my
Youngie's back, right? We'll see.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Andy Tate. He'll be back again at the end of the match. We'll get him his thoughts on the game. Hopefully, it's a Manchester United win. None of this Middlesbrough, Aston Villa dropping goals, dropping lead stuff.
You can stay in control.
Really?
Look at me. Of the laptop.
Yeah, thank you very much. Donny coming on for Everton, apparently. They're losing 2-1.
See if he does his usual performance.
Oh.
Which is what?
Just walking around.
Move closer to your mic a bit.
Can we subscribe as well? Can we? I don't know how many people are watching. Give us a subscribe, please, as well.
We can say it now. He's gone to Everton. The Van der Beek thing. Everyone was
still
saying.
a Man United player.
I know he is, but I mean, yeah.
Go on.
Like the thing for me was, I remember when he had an opportunity against Watford in the third round of the FA Cup, played the whole game, and he just did nothing. And he had so many opportunities like that where he came on, or when he did play, he just didn't make the impact that people said that he would. And he was just like, I don't know how many more opportunities United could have given him, really.
No, I agree. For who's watching who is a member, obviously you already know all the perks and bonuses you get. But if you aren't a member, click the join button in the chat. You get extra videos, behind-the-scenes content as well. You get our Fantasy Premier League access. You also get access to the members group on Facebook and a exclusive community chat as well, where you get in there, have a chat with everyone. We get in there as well, talk to people about the game, about United, about all that good stuff. Click the join button in the comments. You get loads of extra stuff and a discount on merch as well. So if you're interested, click the join button in the comments. Thoughts on the second half? What we're going to say?
Hopefully, another couple of goals from United, because if they continued the way that they are in the first half, and I know it was the same against the Middlesbrough game, but there's no reason as to why United shouldn't score 2 or 3 here, the way that they're playing at the minute.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should. Let's just, like I said before the game, can we just win a game comfortably? Can we just be good, dominate the game and score 3 or 4? We've done the first 2. We've been good. We've dominated the game, but we've got 1 goal to show for it. And I don't think it's the players' fault in this case. It's not Rangnick's fault. It's not the players' fault. It's the rules and the refs' fault, which is, you almost feel a bit embarrassed blaming refs every game because it's just a bit victim mentality. But fucking hell, what we're seeing. Right, the second half has kicked off. Then
it's about as annoying as that eBay advert. You know, the one with buy a thing, sell a thing.
The what?
That eBay advert at the minute. Have you seen it?
No.
What's it?
It's a stupid song. Buy a thing, sell a thing. It's just like this really annoying
Sing
jingle.
it.
I'm not singing it.
Sing it.
No.
Sing the eBay song.
The people in the chat know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they do. They're going crazy for it.
Yeah.
Abhinav Verma, who's been a member for 11 months, says, can you tell me who we are playing against? Mike Dean does seem to be wearing a different jersey. #screw VAR. Yeah.
Do you use eBay much now?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
eBay. I've not used it for a little while, to be honest with you. Do you use it? What do you sell?
I don't
or
use
buy?
it a lot, but I buy stuff on there a lot.
Like what? What, like stuff that you don't need?
Yeah,
Like-
stuff I don't need. Some stuff I do need. I buy socks on there.
That wasn't very good by Edinson Cavani. That's poor.
Random, it's good
Dear
for
me.
like random Manchester United like tats.
No, I think it's great.
What are you doing?
Looked like he could have gone first to that, didn't it? Well done,
Oh.
Maguire. And go on, Marcus, come on. Burnley started brightly here, aren't they? And he's giving that away.
What
Now
do, you,
find
what,
a pass.
what do you reckon Dyche said to them at half time?
Get out of there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you staring the championship in the face here.
You got to die for 3 points. Sancho lays it
Go
off
on,
to Bruno to
go on.
Rashford.
Oh,
tough that because he got both of them
loads
were
of
played
bodies.
into,
Yeah,
like,
loads of bodies in there.
This is the most open I've seen Burnley play in a long time.
They've gone for it on
They
now.
got it, haven't they? It's a good pass as well.
But this is
surrounded. Oh my word!
Dirty me.
What did we say?
Yeah, Rodriguez got an equaliser.
There you go.
That is
Spot-
poor. That poor
One
defensively.
Shot. One shot on goal.
Seriously.
Easy as that, innit? What we've been talking about the whole first half. Don't matter how many chances you have. Fucking hell. Why does this keep fucking happening?
So predictable as well.
I know. We've literally
yeah.
been talking about it for 45 minutes. Is this going to happen? Are you worried? Yes. Are we going to concede a goal? Well, don't know, but we've seen it a lot in the last few weeks. Who is this? There's two of them get fucking skinned in. Maguire and who else? Maguire and McTominay both just get destroyed there, don't they?
Oh,
he might be offside.
Nah, he's playing him
Luke
on.
Shaw's playing him on.
Luke Shaw's playing him on. That's poor, that. Just, that is awful.
Yeah,
oh, look at
just
that.
Destroyed there.
That is shocking. So easy.
Easy. Ridiculous.
Poor defensively again from United.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maguire and McTominay. Just
Yeah, he just
done.
got done there. It's so
Absolutely
embarrassing
done.
that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be getting done like that.
No.
And once he has got done, I mean, he's got a decision to make. I mean, you could argue he could be a red card if he makes that foul there or whatever, but it's just poor.
Yeah,
it's a
really
poor
bad.
goal to concede that. Burnley, like you were saying, started off brightly.
The game's gone off. Okay, it's back. Yeah, rubbish. This is what it's going to be now, isn't it? Just going to be tough trying to break Burnley down again.
Yeah, this is they get a point, they'll be buzzing with this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just another question mark, innit? More drama, more disappointment, more things not going right. Look at the state of him in the crowd.
Fucking hell. He's enjoying himself.
He is.
I hate fans enjoying themselves.
Yeah, me too. That's not what football's about.
What do you make of Rangnick's sort of Pulis style cap that he's wearing today?
It's a bit club shop, innit?
Yeah.
I don't love it. It's better than when he wears the red one and
Yeah.
he looks like they've put it on him so they can find him at the end of the school trip. But it's still a bit shit.
Yeah.
Come on now. What's this shit passing on?
He's definitely a tracksuit manager, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wiggle's got a black eye. Free kick to United. Yeah, he's standing on his foot.
How was that? What's he
Clearly a
moaning
foul.
about that for, the muppet?
6 studs on the top of his foot. That's a foul. Oh, look, you've got the ball, what,
Yeah,
10
after
seconds later.
stamping on
You've
someone,
picked the
you
ball
idiot.
up, so it must not have been a foul then.
Quite a big black eye.
Yeah. Free kick into the box. That's a good one as well. It's bouncing on the
come on, man.
6-yard line. You've got to be doing better than that. It's a great cross.
This is so annoying. There's no one there, is there?
No.
It's just
Danny with the super chat. That's why Maguire must go to the bench. He runs in quicksand, problems all over the field, but basic physical attributes is a minimum requirement. Yeah, once he got skin there, he's not quick enough to catch back up.
No,
is he?
you can see him
He's
struggling.
too slow there.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what we were saying. You know, he's fine as a defender, but when it's in positions like that, he's quite one-dimensional.
He needs to get out of this sort of rut of a couple of good games and then there's another question mark about him. It's like he can't get a run. Last season, after the initial sort of poor start to the season, following what went on in Mykonos and all that other drama, he had a great run until his injury. He did.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And it was like he wasn't a talking point in a negative way. It was like he became a positive. But now he's had a poor start to the season. He's had, a couple of good games and he has a bad game again.
Yeah.
Or he makes a big mistake where you're like, that's not good enough.
No.
That's not good enough for most defenders, let alone an 80 million quid one. I know we overpaid for him. I know it's not his fault what we paid for him, but he's still an 80 million pound defender making basic mistakes that aren't good enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God.
Here
It
we
gets
go,
worse,
for
this.
fuck's sake.
That's a save from David De Gea.
Shouldn't be happening, though, should it?
No.
Like, making Burnley look like 1970s Brazil.
How's he allowed to get that shot away in the first place? It's just crap.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That could have been worse. That could have deflected off Maguire and gone the other way.
Philip Owen with Super Chat says, I'm paying 10 quid of my money because I'm raging. Let me just see this corner first. Win that. Maguire needs to be dropped. End of. Piss poor season from him. He's slow, not good on the ball. He gets skinned by mediocre players.
You know, we all sort of said before the game, you know, Maguire's top level is good enough. It is. And he is, for me, when he's at his best, he's, you know, deserves to be at the team. But we're constantly having these discussions about him not being at his best.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is what I was saying about Lindelof. Lindelof's probably not a better defender than Maguire, but he's more consistent.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is a game I actually thought Maguire would suit Maguire.
Yeah.
I did.
I mean, it has done up until now.
Yeah.
Like, the mad thing is, first off, they didn't have a shot.
No, they didn't.
And then, like you said, it's just one huge thing where he gets skinned like that, or him and McTominay get skinned like that. And Maguire's obviously the defender, so he's the one who has to cover for it. And then it's 1-1.
And Burnley are like one of the best teams for Maguire to play against because of how they play as well. It suits his style.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like,
we did the preview. What would you both say? Both said that. You say, you look at it and you go, and even this lad, Wego, who's come in, you don't think it's a massive change in, you know, what they used to have with Chris Wood. You think, okay, this is a game that should suit Harry Maguire.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, God.
Just got to deal with this whole game now, haven't we?
Yeah.
This is just... If we're 3-0 up, none of this matters, does it? We can still sit in and go, oh, you know...
And you know what?
3-1.
It runs out, doesn't it? That whole
shit.
injustice and hard done by and VAR and that should have counted and that wasn't fair and we had all these chances. People get bored of that argument very quickly, especially when you're out of the FA Cup and top four's not looking likely.
Yeah,
you don't get points and don't go through in tournaments for playing well and not scoring.
No,
it's just like you've got to get a grip of this. And what's that there again?
Go on, keep the ball. Well done, Diogo. Good run.
Go on, lad, all the way. Score the greatest goal ever.
Not quite. Probably should have passed it. But a decent run.
Yeah. He's done a couple of them today, Diogo, to be fair to him.
He's playing like someone who's more and more confident as time goes on, isn't he?
Did you see that story recently about Maldini was working with a lot with him last season?
And he's off the ball stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Which, you know, you don't get much better than that, do you, from someone with experience being a fullback?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like swordfish.
I've never had swordfish. No. Oh, unless you mean the film starring John Travolta and Halle Berry, which I don't like either. I think it's very poor.
Oily. Very oily.
Is it?
The film.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never eaten the fish.
What, the rental DVD from Blockbuster is just covered in like vegetable oil.
Yeah. I think it was a linseed.
Go on!
Well done, Sancho.
Oh, go on, keep going, Jaden.
Well done, pass it.
Oh, he's done well there. He's absolutely...
Oh!
There we go. Come on.
Sancho looking tasty and Bruno with a shot. Goal kick, it's a corner ball. Lovely by Sancho there, wasn't it? Persistent.
Yeah. Doing well, Sancho.
Bigging up the crowd as well.
Come on. He absolutely took the mick out of him there.
Ooh.
Oh. Look at this, eh?
Goes back. I think he's passing it back here. Turns him again. Oh, and then he nutmegs him. It's naughty, that. Corner to United. Come on. Play it short. Back to Bruno. Tomine. Out to Shaw. Ball's in. Headed away easily. Oh dear, come on, be faster than that.
Yeah,
you
waited too long to make your pass.
That long, because if that gets blocked properly, it's like 3 people on our goal there.
I know.
You got to be faster there. Matthew Free says, "Did Maguire leave all his talent and good fortune in Greece? Seriously though, we have looked at this game, but the weak link breaks the chain. We've looked good this game, sorry, but the weak link breaks the chain."
It's all slightly predictable, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Because we noticed, didn't we? They've come up pretty quick second half. I wonder if that's going to be trouble for us. Oh, they've scored.
This is a team rooted to the bottom of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they've one win all season, is it? I think, or something like that. Something pretty poor.
Something shit.
Yeah. And it's just like, how many excuses can you have?
No. We just need to win. The thing is, there's still plenty of time to go. How long we got? 20, 35 minutes. Just win.
United had ages to beat Middlesbrough and they took it all the way to penalties.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying, if that happens again, then we won't win. But I'm saying there's still plenty of time. The players don't need to get, feel hard done.
I mean, if we're using
score again.
XG in probability, judging on how many chances United have had in that previous game, if they create the same amount again, then the likelihood is they'll probably score one of them.
Yeah. Or 2 or 3, ideally.
Would you take Cavani off for Ronnie?
No. Not yet. Would you? Maybe 10 more minutes.
Maybe give it, yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that seems like the most obvious change for me.
Yeah.
I
think it's the most obvious change.
Yeah.
Who else have we got on the bench? Can we get
Elanga.
the graphic back up, Cam?
I think we've got Elanga and...
Yeah.
I'd bring on Elanga.
Who for? Rashford?
Yeah.
I won't bring Sancho off. There you go. We've got Henderson, Jones, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Lingard, Mata, Matic, Elanga, Ronaldo. The real options there are Lingard, Elanga and Ronaldo, aren't they? I can't see Mata coming on.
Elanga
really.
just provides that spark that Rashford probably should be doing, but isn't.
Look at this. Look, Burnley fucking tiki-taka now. Well, Bruno, find a man. That's good.
Man on.
Yeah. Good pass. It's a foul there, surely, ref. Someone cleaned out after the ball had gone there. What? Played advantage, didn't he? Fucking hate this. So fun in the first half.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
What it was keeping the ball well. Looked positive every time we went forward. You fancy us to score almost at will at one point. I know we had 2 disallowed, but
it felt like every time we went forward, the ball was in the back of the net.
it was something else. And now this second half's just been completely opposite. They've come at us. We've not been able to handle it, and it's just gone a bit flat.
Well. Somebody's limping pretty badly.
Yeah, I think he got proper clattered there.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruno, who's that to?
Aiming for Dallo, innit? But way in front of him. No, Dallo's out of position.
Just
it.
Get nervous every time Burnley get the ball in our half as well after that goal.
Go on then.
Here
Come
we
on
go.
then. Come on then. Come on then.
Go on,
Bit of
run it.
energy now. Come on,
That's
sprint.
it.
Slow though, innit?
Give it back.
That's a Bruno. Not to anyone.
Come on. He's moaning there, right? He's just turned around and moaned at everyone when he's just the one who's hit it straight at a Burnley defender.
Yeah.
I like Bruno, but it's not good.
Ronaldo
Blame
kissing
your
the
teammates
shit
for
out of
that.
his shin pads there.
But do you not think this is almost a bit counterproductive?
What?
Because if Ronaldo comes on and he scores, are we not just going to have the same argument again?
What?
Over whether he should start.
I don't give
or
a
not?
fuck if he scores and wins
No,
us the
no,
game.
no, no,
Let's have the
yeah.
argument. I want to win.
I
don't think it's about getting rid of Ronaldo for forever. The reason he's not playing is because he's not scoring. If he comes on and scores, then play him. I would just want to win.
A bit unlucky there, to be fair.
Go on, Dallo.
Right, what's your runner there?
Passes on there. Well done, Pogba.
Pogba's played well today, you know.
Yeah, he's been alright, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's sort of like, it's annoying.
Yeah.
it's like, he's got that. And it's like, I know you don't want to get into that whole thing, but he's not going to be here next season, is he?
No.
Let's face facts, and we're going to miss him.
Yeah. We need to replace him.
But
definitely.
you don't blame him,
That's
though, do you?
poor, that, from
Yeah,
Cavani.
it is.
Why would he stay here when he can go to Real Madrid or PSG or wherever?
How easy is that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. God, that was a sign name. So easy though.
Yeah.
And these are bang average players.
What happened here?
Walking through us, man.
Luke Shaw just sort of jogging alongside
Look at him.
It's like Newcastle.
If he slides that in there,
Yeah.
we're in all sorts of
Back
trouble.
post.
Every team United play, they just drag him down to their level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we did all
Villa
season.
beat us and didn't win, lost the next 6. Watford beat us and lost the next 10
Newcastle
or something.
managed to get a result
Do you know what I mean? It's
before
like,
Go on,
they
Jaden.
signed.
Shaw, Maguire. They've just got an extra spring in the step now, haven't they, Burnley? Whenever they get the ball, it's like they've just turned them up by about 20%. Yeah, I don't think Rashford's done enough so far. I think him and Cavani could both come off. Ronaldo and Elanga, maybe.
Fucking hell.
It's not a foul, is it? Fuck
he's
off.
tried to buy that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. How long's
Does
he
he give
taken
it?
there?
He's give it as well.
How long did he take there? It took about 5-6 seconds to give that. Is he going to get a red card for this then?
That's what they're asking for.
He wasn't going to get there before.
Oh, that's helpful.
No, come on.
It's soft, that.
Come on.
He's bought that. He's done well, Rodriguez, there. He knows what he's doing.
Fucking hell. Not much in that, is there? Yellow card for Maguire. It took ages to give that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's not had a good game, has he? I mean, look, normally I don't like criticising referees because I'm not sure what actually it does in the long term, because you want to encourage people to do referees, and by criticising them, it doesn't encourage people to become them. But then at the same time, it's not been good enough today.
No.
You just got to call it as you see it, haven't you?
Really high line from United here. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like 30 yards out. It's like we're trying to counteract the fact that they're good in the air by not letting them have a header on goal. I mean, it's worked. I think Maguire headed it out, and then Rashford can't get there.
Come on, United. Get a foot on the ball and get a grip.
That's a good pass. It's not good enough. Giving the ball away again.
I know.
It's like McTominay wasn't expecting that at all then,
No,
was he?
he didn't look like he was ready
he
for it.
thought
You're
Dallo
right.
was just going to boot it, and then he's caught flat-footed. I don't know if he's still hurt from a minute ago, but he wasn't expecting the ball to go anywhere near him. Second half attempts there. Burnley 5, 3 on target. United 1, 0 on target.
That's what I mean. What was it in the first half? None on. Was it no?
We had 12 shots, 5 on target. They had none.
None. So it's just been a different, completely different story this time round. So deflating, so annoying. You know, we should have had this game wrapped up basically in the first half. Or if we carried on the way we were playing in the first half and the second half, there'd be no dramas. But they've come at us, which you'd expect them to do. They're at home. They're desperate for points. United are very much, beatable. And they've come at us and we haven't got an answer for it.
No. And it's not taken much, has it? They've not had to do a lot. Really, they just sort of ran a bit faster and got the ball forward quicker.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they've got a goal. Throw into United. Foul throw.
Not a huge fan of those double advertising hoardings they've got as well. It's a bit annoying.
A lot of people doing that now, aren't they?
Wolves did it. Wolves have it. I know City have done it as well.
That's a good pass, that. It's a brilliant pass. Who was that from?
Couldn't get it under control.
Rashford. No, he was always sort of bouncing over his shoulder and he never quite got it down, did he, Shaw? Well done. Go on, Paul. That's a good touch now. Release the ball.
That was a foul.
Yeah. Did well there, Pogba. Taking it on his chest there. Chucking it down there, isn't it? Ronaldo about
Looks
to come
like
on.
Ronaldo, yeah. Come on, Ronnie.
I know. Rashford is out on the left now. Who do you think is coming off for? Cavani?
I think so. I'm not sure what he can do for the last 25 minutes, really.
Cavani's not really been in the game second half, has he? So I think it's fair enough. And also, he's not played much in the last few weeks, so...
He's the type of person you want to bring on with 25 minutes left rather than leave on the pitch.
That's good. Dallo again with a surging run.
That's a great ball as well.
Corner.
No.
No, it's not. Fucking hell.
It's all in it.
Yeah.
Sick.
He's got a great touch on his Sancho.
He looks like he's enjoying himself, Sancho. That's poor, that.
Shocking,
poor ball from Diogo Dalot.
Yeah. Don't really go for either of them, does he? Puts it between Cavani and Rashford there. Go on, don't foul it. It's just going to because it's an easy foul, isn't it?
It's ideal for them as well. They can just keep the ball in their own half.
Fucking turns him twice there.
They're quite happy to do exactly what we expected them to do, which is just sit in for a draw and then hit United on the counter attack like they're doing now.
Trouble here now. 4 on 4. Or 4 on 2 here. Thank God he did that.
Yeah.
That was the last thing he should have done.
Yeah.
Burnley player just shoots well over, but United in a bit of trouble there.
Yeah.
Left ourselves in a, what was it there? Like, it's like 3-on-2 here at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking there, lad.
And then that's just mindless as well, isn't it? Although
Yeah,
those three were
Cavani
all
off for
offside.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, predictable, probably the right thing. Cavani's not really touched the ball second half, has he?
No.
Well, to be fair as well, I mean, I think we expected that when he's come back from international duty.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what his statistics are from when he's come back as to how many goals he scored in those first couple of matches after he's come back. I can't imagine it being many.
He's only got 2 goals all season, so he hasn't got any. He hasn't got many, no matter when he's playing. I know you mean last season as well, but Ronaldo's on now.
Aaron Lennon coming on for Burnley.
Is he still fast?
He scored. Is it him that scored against us, wasn't it, at Old Trafford?
Yeah, I think so.
Remember
when he was at Spurs, and him and Gareth Bale were very fast.
Yeah. Cornet's hurt.
Well, he's walking then, now he's got to go off. He's hobbling about. Just get on with it, you muppet.
Luke Shaw putting his arm around him, helping him off. That's just made up, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's hopping off like he can't put any weight on his leg. He was fine until the board went up. He was walking fine.
It's almost bad as the dive in the West Ham game against Kidderminster.
I didn't even see that. Oh, was it Yarmolenko?
Yeah.
Awful.
You'd do the same though, wouldn't you? If you were going out in the FA Cup to Kidderminster and you could get a penalty by diving.
Yeah.
I don't blame players for doing it when it works.
No, I get your point. Right. Come on.
20 odd minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes.
To save our season.
Save our skins. That's a mad pass from Ronaldo, isn't it? First touch, he's fucking blasted it at Dallo there. Giving it the old. He's got rain in his eyes.
Be alright.
Be right, lad. Seems weird seeing Ronaldo wear white boots. I don't know why. I'm sure he's worn white boots a hell of a lot, but for some reason it looks odd. He's just like, it's windy, innit? It's windy. Can't blame me because it's windy. I've never played in wind before.
Oh, come on, man.
It's like, you know, in Peep Show where Mark plays football and he just gives it away straight away. What is it that he says? I've forgotten now.
I don't know. Luke Shaw giving fouls away there on the touchline.
He said, Luke Shaw just turned to Mike Dean and said, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Like, maybe not. Just
what was I supposed to do?
I had to elbow him in the groin.
You could have tackled him. Not dropped to one knee and elbowed him in the bollocks, which is what he decided to do for some reason.
That was my only option.
Yeah. Mike, let me ask you this question. What would you have done if you were me there? Cross in, header away, and that's
one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life.
Come on, here we go.
Oh, it's behind him, man.
It is, and now look what you've done, Ronaldo. No, he did just play it behind him though, didn't he? There's no counter-attack option at all now, is there?
Just lost our
zip,
so haven't we?
Yeah.
I'll get Sancho on the ball more. He's been the one that looks like he's going to make. If anyone's going to make it something happen, it's going to be him.
Varane, to sure. We look slower than we did in the first half, don't we?
Right,
that was slow down.
There we go. Come on. Here we go.
Go on.
Great pass from Fernandes. That fucking hell. Great passing behind that, wasn't it?
You've got to stretch him like that in order to break him
good.
down.
But that's the thing, quicker.
Yeah, but you can't just play it down the middle and expect to break him down when they've got all the players in the box. You've got to get it out wide.
We've gone short again, as we have done all game. Sancho clips it in. Awful cross. And they're doing
Pogba.
the best to fuck it up. Well done, Paul.
Go on, Maguire. Oh, no.
It's better than giving it away.
Go back to Shaw there if you want. What's happened here? Tarkovsky's hurt his head.
Oh, God.
Did the same thing. Do you remember they beat United at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
And it was 1-0. And it was just stretched it out.
I didn't even see what happened there. Did anything
No,
happen?
I don't know.
Got all the joys of Southampton to look forward to on Saturday as well.
Oh no, it's just horrible, isn't it? It's just
9-0, mate. Easy. Easy pickings. That
Hey,
one.
do you know what I mean? I think you're right. I think Marshall will get a brace again as well.
I can't believe this game's 1-1.
No.
I can't believe we're seeing this again. It's actually mind-boggling, isn't it?
Oh, what? Really?
He's hit his head on his teammate's leg.
Yeah. That's pathetic.
His leg was
There's
still.
literally nothing wrong with him.
No. Look at him, he's smiling and he's absolutely
Right.
fine.
Here we go, right, come on. There's plenty of space there.
Good touch. Let's tackle there. That's going to be their ball, isn't it?
I know, it's just frustrating.com.
I know. It looked the way that all went that it came off Sancho last. Like Sancho looked a bit sheepish and their player looked pretty certain it was their ball. And he's giving it. Just take you on on. What's he doing? What's Matt doing that for?
Move back,
go
I think.
back. Such a pedant, isn't
I know,
he?
I was just going to say that. It's just ridiculous.
Surprised he's not given a foul for that as well, to be honest.
This is just
He
typical
loves it.
Burnley
He
now,
loves
isn't it?
stuff like
Going
this.
down constantly now, just wasting time.
Would you miss them if they went down?
No.
No.
Now's not the time to ask that question, is
No,
it?
you wouldn't know what, you know what I mean? What do they do that you go, oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, the record at Old Trafford's pretty, I know they lost this season, but they've got a right good record at Old Trafford, haven't
They've
they?
only got that one annoying song as well, haven't they? Where they just shout the name of the team over and over again.
That's a booking, ref. Come on, that's a yellow card, that. Fucking hell. Grabbing Rashford, stopping him go past him there, Peters.
What's he shaking his head for?
I know.
Right. Argue about anything.
That's not a foul. Not a yellow card.
That's-
I didn't
that's
just grab
a-
his shirt and spin him round.
What do you want me to
360
do?
degrees.
Like
What
Luke
would
Shaw.
you do if you
Yeah.
were me?
Hey, what else do you expect me to do?
You don't know me. Fucking hell.
Honestly. Dear
Right,
Lord.
free kick to United.
Come on, Bruno. Let's have a decent delivery.
Back post. It's a good area, that.
Oh, it's gone through everyone.
That's it.
It's a good
Should've
delivery
got a
again.
touch on that. That is just
That's
shit.
dreadful.
But it's okay.
I'm sure. Tomine to Ronaldo. Turns. Does well there. Go on then, Rashford. Put it across. Oh. Bit better from United last few minutes. Bit better. Pogba playing well.
Yep. We've got another corner, so...
That's a guaranteed a goal, if nothing else. How many corners we had in this game? 4 or 5?
Are we on like 130 odd now without a
It's
goal?
got to be 120 something, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think we might have broke the 130 mark.
It's just shit every time.
Yeah. We don't make the
Don't let
ball
it
doesn't
bounce
get.
there.
We don't have anyone at the near post to attack our corners, and the ball doesn't
No.
get past the first man ever.
Our corners ended up with David De Gea with the ball.
Classic. That happens all the time.
And then now it's
And
ended up
what's
with their keeper with the ball.
This is exactly what Burnley want. We're playing how they want us to play here.
It's ridiculous.
Come on, win that. Nodded on.
You look at it as well. You were saying it, Joe, about the team before the game. Like, it's a strong team.
Yeah.
Like, if these go down, most of their players will stay with them.
Yeah.
They've not got, like, a load of players where a team was going to come in and go, oh, tell you what, let's pick the bones out of this Burnley side. Because most of these players are barely Premier League level.
Yeah.
And yet you've got a United side full of internationals and stars and players that have, you know, on massive money and worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we're just poor.
Yeah.
It's just a poor performance.
Come on, Paul.
Well done,
Here we
Maguire.
go.
That's
Come
better.
on. Here we go.
Right, he's all over him there, Mike
card
Dean.
again, ref. It's another yellow card. Jesus. We're just
finally,
going to
there
see
we
this
go.
forever, aren't we, now?
Yeah.
The whole game is going to be them fouling people, pretending
It's
that
not
they
like
didn't know what
Pogba to
football
lose his
was.
rag there, but he's had enough of it because he was getting dragged. He threw his gloves off, I think.
Getting dragged for ages there.
Look at that.
goalkeeper wasting as much time as possible from goal kicks.
Going down with oh, I've hurt my head, I've hurt my leg. Luke Shaw, can you help me off the pitch because I can't walk?
Do you remember that time when Noble got injured and Herrera picked him up and dragged him off the pitch?
Yeah,
It was taking him too much time.
No, it was the other way around, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Did he crawl back on?
Herrera got injured and did what Herrera does.
And then he crawled back on, didn't he? Yeah. I like that, though. When it's your play, it's good. Yeah. But I'm not a Burnley fan, so fuck him.
Who is that to?
What? It's just what tactic is that?
Hold on, Maguire. Go on, get a good
corner. It's
another corner.
Let's see if this actually can land on a United player's head.
You think, wouldn't you? Yeah. 1 in 130 would at least land on our head.
See the Forest game the other day against Leicester? Yeah. Like Garner taking the corners. Just like good corners.
Yeah, getting him to the middle of the box.
Yeah,
over
like
and over
dropping
again.
it in.
Over again.
And like giving you attackers a chance.
Yeah.
Just think, how often do we do that?
He's gonna whip this. It's gonna go to the near post. It's gonna get cleared away.
It'll end up with David De Gea having the ball.
Come on, let's score.
Or a goal kick.
Near post, cleared away. What are you doing?
Same place every time.
Have you ever seen a corner be taken? Kicking it to their fucking players that are at the front of the goal doesn't work.
Go on, Marcus.
Here
Brilliant,
we go. Come on.
Brilliant. Get it in, get it in. Brilliant! Oh! Fucking hell! Jesus Christ. Fucking legs on him.
Rashford
like a snooker table, the dickhead. Look at Rashford here.
Goes past them both. Gets his pass off as well. And is it Varane? Varane from like 4 yards out. Nick Pope turning into Tom Eaton.
Oh, it's another fucking corner.
Right, Jesus, I can't
Played
cope.
it short again. To Shaw. Crossed it in. Ronaldo!
Oh, he should score. Should do.
It's the exact same as it was against fucking...
He's got to score.
I think that's an easy chance
got to
out
hit
for
the
me.
target there.
Thing.
Like, he's on his own. Oh, no, he's not. Sorry, Ben me
Still
putting him
should
off
get
a
it on
little bit.
target.
Yeah, he should do. I'd fancy him there. For me, that's a bit of a miss.
Not the best header, was it?
No, it's got to hit the target.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're never, ever going to score from a corner again. Here we go. Sort your gloves out. Yeah, pull my shorts a bit. He's going to do his socks as well. No, he's all right.
At least United are creating chances now.
Yeah, first time we've done it all half, but
10 minutes.
Last 5 minutes have been better, yeah.
Just running out of time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Take it off him.
Hold on. Go on. Fucking slipped out.
Oh.
Where was this when United were 1-0 up in the second half?
This is what I mean.
Burnley back on the ball.
Right, come on. Whilst we've got players forward, this is where United need to...
It'll take a while to get the ball back to Rashford here, isn't it? Jesse Lingard coming on.
Who's he coming on for?
Probably Sancho or Rashford, I'd have
Otherwise, I'd bring on Alanga personally.
McTominay.
Going for it. I was going to say, Rashford last 5 minutes has looked lively. Yeah. Sancho's been our best player this game, so...
Yeah, Lingard on.
I presume he's just like... Somebody's not exactly been a defensive midfielder, is he, in a minute, so just going for it.
Let Bruno and Pogba play a bit deeper. It's almost like a 4-2-2-2, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. Luke Shaw with his customary just stick a leg through it. And Sancho with his customary great touch.
Is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? And that one got away from a bit by his standard, but he still brought it out there, didn't he? Come on, Jesse.
That'll do.
Oh, he's unlucky there. He did the right thing. Yeah. Not quite enough on it.
The corridor of uncertainty, as they say.
Right, get at him.
Hold on, Pogba.
So frustrating.
Why have you got to turn around and pass it to the keeper then?
So he can just boot it to
Exactly, it's like... You're not going to break him down by just hoofing it aimlessly and giving them the ball back. Because now this happens.
It's not a foul. Come on. Go, Luke, go. That's a good pass.
Here we go.
Well, an overlap. Dallo on the right-hand side. Who's he got? That's fucking
shit cross.
Awful. At least it's gone out for a throw-in. So we can try and win the ball back.
Yeah,
but
but
that's,
You know, when he's run at him, he's just caused more problems there.
Yeah.
Just run at him again.
Yeah.
Get in the box.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's going past them all day long.
David Gill, Alex Ferguson.
Fergie's watching the
His
Empire
name is
State
all
built
next to him there.
crumbled.
What's his
It's
name
not,
next
it's
to him?
not Piz Canyon, is it?
No, on the left. He's worked at United for years.
Eric Steele, no.
No.
Not McNaught. Who was the I've forgotten his name now.
Anyway, Fergie in attendance.
Alan Wiley, what did he do?
Alan Wiley was the referee that Fergie said was unfit.
Yeah.
Not fit for purpose.
Yeah.
Go on,
Fergie basically just said he's a fat bastard.
Yeah.
And the FA just went, right, well, you're getting a fine for that.
Anyway, yeah.
Right,
yeah, probably have. You're right. Tate. We just get in this. Well done, Varane. We just get in this sort of frantic mode, don't we? Where we just keep booting the ball up in the air and letting them win it back again. Yeah, we get scared too easily still.
Look how many players United have behind the ball now as well. It's just.
That's a foul, surely.
All right, come on. Whilst we've got players forward.
He's got no pass on here, Rashford. He's going to have to go alone or cut back.
And this is the issue. Fernandes has got to drop in deep.
Oh, Bruno.
Shocker. Well done, Pogba. He's giving it away, though.
They're in there. Shaw's got two men there.
Yeah. Well done. Doesn't feel like we're going to get anything out of this, does it?
Nope.
Or anything other than a draw.
It's just not good enough.
It's not.
Absolute relegation fodder.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a langer for Rashford.
Although Sancho's barely touched the ball in the last 10 minutes.
No.
As good as he was in the first half. Oh, Pogba turned away from that. Nah, that's a goal kick. Fuck off. There's many there that the assistant ref can't just get that ball and kick it back to the goalkeeper.
It's strange they've got that rule for substitutions having to walk off the side of the pitch, but not with the ball.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, players can just walk off the side of the pitch when they get substituted. They have to walk off the nearest bit. But
Yeah.
with the ball, it can just
It
go
is Rashford.
to like whoever, and they
Yeah.
can
I'm
just
not
pass
surprised.
it around before it gets put back. Because it's mad at how long the ball is actually out of play for during the game.
It's usually about 55 minutes in it, a game. The ball is actually in play for.
Go on, Anthony Elanga.
Yeah, Rashford off Elanga on.
It'd be absolutely mint if you got the winner.
Yeah, it would.
For many reasons.
Go on then.
Not giving much time, was he? 6 minutes.
No. I don't think he thought he would need him.
Yep.
That's a foul throw. I think it's an emergency.
You very
this
rarely
morning.
get foul throws given a deal.
No.
I always say at Old Trafford, you see so many
It
of them.
happens all the time.
Yeah. I remember Anderson got one given away for him once for doing it like a basketball free throw.
Looks like that.
Yeah, it's not.
Just chest palmed it straight in. Chest pass.
Didn't Bellerin get done a couple of times for it? I think?
Did it?
Yeah.
Probably. Come on.
Come on,
Our corners are up there with, when Nani never used to get it past the first man.
Yeah.
It's as bad as that.
It's it really is, and I just don't get it. You're capable of putting the ball there, surely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you must be able to.
Some of the best passers in the world. Like
Yeah.
Pogba's an
You
incredible
can't
passer.
not
Bruno
have
the
any
same.
player on our pitch.
Sancho's a great passer.
That
Here we go.
can drop the ball towards a sort of.
And Shaw and Dallow are both good crossers. Like, there's 5 players who've listed there who surely can put, one ball out of 100 on
And I
someone's
don't
head.
even get like you saying there before, what the thinking is. If I hit this ball there, what's going to happen? They're going to clear it, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah. And you see some of the pinpoint passes they make. Surely they can get it past that first man at the near post
That's
if
what I
they
mean.
want to.
And now it's back to this sort of static, passing it back and forth. Because Burnley have got everyone back.
Maguire's going to get pelted for this, massively.
What the fuck is that?
Like, he's going to get hammered.
Yeah, definitely. Well done, Varane. Come on, go out that way. Sure. 5 minutes to go. Bit of space there. You got space to put a cross in there. Shit, though, innit?
Alright.
Corner to United. Is it a corner or is it throwing?
It might have been throwing that. I don't know, actually, I didn't see properly. Yeah, it's a throwing.
Foul throw.
That was a massive foul throw.
Yeah.
Now we got away with that one. Now we've given them a throw. This is just awful. It's been an awful half.
Yeah.
As good as the first half was, the second half has been woeful. Running out of ideas all the time. And you called it. Ronaldo coming on's changed nothing.
No.
He's had a free header that he's blazed
Because
over.
he just stands still in the box. He stands still waiting for the ball to come to him. And in build-up play, when they're already sat back, it's like he's just waiting for the perfect pass that he can head in. But really, he just what ends up happening is he just isn't involved at all.
Oh, it's poor that.
Just isn't involved whatsoever.
So
ridiculous this.
And Burnley going to go down as well. That's the thing. It's like Sheffield United last
We do this
season.
every year.
Yeah, they're running out of games.
Still time for them to get another one. Come on, Jaden, get up. Fuck's sake. More time going by, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Throw it to Burnley.
How long do you want to take? Bloody hell.
Oh, no. Fucking hell, ref.
Stop it.
Come on. Just bundling through. There we go. Come on.
Go on, Anthony. Keep going,
Yeah.
lad. Keep going. You're all right. You're all right. Go on.
To short. That's good as well. That's not good enough, though. Go on, Jaden. Free header there for him, but he didn't know. Go on, then. Sancho drills
Why
it.
is no...
That was the right idea.
Yeah,
That
did
from
well.
Sancho as well. Just levered it
Someone
across
got
the
a
box.
touch on
Gets
that.
to the centre of the pitch,
Yeah.
centre of the box. There should be someone nearby to put that in.
Anyone gets a touch on that, there's no way Pope's stopping it.
No, unless it hits his fucking knee, getting out of the Cavani chance.
Forgot about that. This is just Borough 2.0, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely the same thing.
Controversial VAR decisions, dominating for about 45 minutes anyway.
Yeah,
and then just letting them back in it.
And the thing is, Burnley have still only had about 3 shots.
Yeah.
A couple from outside the box. They've had 1 chance inside the box, and that's it.
How much is he giving us? Yeah.
It'll be like 1 minute
Yeah,
or something.
I bet it'll be 3 or 4. It's a good cross that. Ronaldo!
Oh, Ronnie!
Again.
It's a good cross that. Is it too high for him or what? It goes off the top of his head again.
No.
No, it's
Good
not.
cross. There's no excuse for
That's
that.
a very good cross.
Slightly
I
behind
don't
him.
know why he's
maybe.
throwing his arms in the air.
He's slightly behind him. Not great though.
How long is he giving here for?
I don't know.
On time, is it? Have they said? I can't see
Yeah,
anything
that's
come
great.
up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I can't see United scoring now, though, to be honest. It's too late.
No. It's just deflating. Deflating game after deflating game.
Throwing again to Burnley. Still don't know how many minutes stoppage time there are.
Again, he's taking so long to take it, and
Oh,
no one's...
fucking
The ref's not going, hang on. And he's moved forward by, like, 4 yards. And they've got it right exactly where they want
it's
to.
a corner as well. Oh, it's not. I thought he was going to give a corner there.
Why? Get up.
Easy touch there. Right. Last chance, pretty much. 2 minutes to go. I think you just said then, so sounds like maybe 4 minutes stoppage time. Oh, it's just no pass on there. Look, it's just got
Too many players stood around him.
Yeah. Well then.
Oh, here we.
No.
Oh.
Thought he was going to catch that corner to United. Now would be a good time to get the first goal of the season, wouldn't it, from a corner?
No chance of us scoring here now.
Everyone's up.
This is probably first man cleared, and then
just get it into the middle of the box.
They'll score.
Miss the first man. That's better. That's better. At least it's in there. Don't go anywhere, but at least we've got a chance of winning it when it gets past the first man. Why just fucking blocked to fucking it? At least it ended with a shot rather than David De Gea holding the ball.
But you're never going to shoot through 6 players. It might take a deflection, but nah, it's just trapping it.
Burnley going for it now. Well done,
Come on.
Luke Shaw, well done. There you go. Bruno's on.
There we are. Go on.
Why did you shoot from there?
Lingard. Another corner.
For fuck's sake.
Corner, might as well. Corner.
It's just a joke, innit?
Yeah. It's literally like, I've never known anything like it.
What are we on now, like 135 corners or something without a goal?
It's like the Fulham game under Moyes with crosses.
Yeah.
Just endless corners. That's better. That's good, though.
What the fucking hell? Maguire as well. Every time he has a header like that, it's not good enough.
What's that? Is it?
It's just shit. How many times has Maguire connected with a header like that and just missed completely?
He's come off his shoulder.
Headed it.
He's come off his shoulder there. I mean, I don't even think he'd have scored, but at least get it on target. And he needs it, because it's now the narrative is Maguire's cost us the game.
Yeah.
That's another 2 points dropped.
It is, isn't it? There's no excuses. Burnley are rubbish, and so are we.
Fucking hell, there's full time. We've got a few super chats. Matthew Freeze says, who's been worse, the Reds or the refs? Stephen Rasmussen, why always one decent half and one disaster half? Creativity is an absolute joke every game. I don't think it has been this game. That's the thing. We had 2 goals disallowed.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing as the Middlesbrough game. It's literally the same thing as the Middlesbrough game. We completely dominate, make loads of chances, can't score. Miss chances, goals ruled out, fucking awful. Maguire giving a goal away, shocking. Anything, James, before we go?
Nah, it's just trapping it.
Jay?
Yeah, it's just really frustrating. Everything we didn't want happen in that second half, which you kind of said could, letting them back in. They get a pretty scrappy goal, poor defensively from us. And now top 4 is looking less likely.
What did you expect? That's the thing. It's just the same shit. It's the Middlesbrough game. We said before, what are the chances of United? United are going to take the lead, and then they're going to sit back, and then this is what happens.
Yeah. We'll be back very shortly for the review. Make sure you stick around for that. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, James, as well.
Distracted there.
We'll see you in a bit.